Hello and welcome to the 2013 Hogo Tournament Championship. We've got the Chilhowie Warriors up against the Holston Cavaliers. This is Dylan Hutton along with Lucas Rector, and we've got a pretty good game on hand. We're finally going to get this thing started, it looks like.
Yeah, it's about time. We've had a little bit of rain that's delayed the game, and hopefully it'll hold off the rest of the night and we'll be able to get this game in. Won't have to delay it till tomorrow. And tonight looks like hopefully it'll be a pretty good matchup as Tyler Pierce takes the mound for Chilhowie. Maybe Holston will be able to hit him a little bit. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it seems like they used their best pitcher earlier in the tournament. They used Sheets against George Wythe, but they went ahead. They're putting a lot of faith. They're probably saving Sheets for the region matchups they have, but for like you said, Tyler Pierce is on the mound. He won 6 games last year, didn't lose any games. He had a 2.38 ERA, and we'll get the lineups here in a minute. Let's go ahead and get it started here for Holston. And now batting is Shane Milhorn. On deck is Conrad Thacker, and in the hole's T.J. Widener, and he'll be starting on the other end at pitcher.
Widener, he's pretty reliable pitcher. Probably next to Thacker, probably Holston's best pitcher. Holston's not really deep in their rotation. Widener's got that sidearm, so maybe it'll throw Chilhowie off, and maybe they'll have a little more luck than George Wythe did the other day.
Yeah, George Wythe did not do very well against him. It was a 20-0 game. It really didn't. Nothing went right for George Wythe.
They went through 3 pitchers. They didn't have anything working
for the first few innings. Yeah. So first pitch is on the way. It's fouled off on a check swing by Shane Milhorn. So that's an early strike.
Yeah,
to start the game.
Milhorn was a little upset with himself that he even hit that ball. It was a little high. He was trying to pull it back, but that's just one of them things. You just get frustrated as a hitter. You got to step back in there and hopefully you'll get a good pitch to hit right here and make up for it.
Yeah, he gave Pierce one right there. But Chilhowie on the season's 20-1, so they've had a pretty good year.
Yes, they have.
Second pitch is a ball.
Well, he went up, so he's trying to change the eye level of the batter right there. Wasn't a bad spot to miss. Just went outside a little bit.
After he gave him the first pitch, you might as well. Third pitch is on the way, 1-1. It's going to be lined out into the outfield. It's going to be in left field. It's going to be extra bases for Milhorn as Creasy throws it into second base. Milhorn comes in standing with a leadoff double.
That's a good job by Milhorn to get on base early. That's what Holston really needs to do. They need to score early like they did at the beginning of the year when they lost Chilhowie 19-6. Now, that sounds bad, but at one point in the game, Holston was up 6-0 on Chilhowie for giving up 19 unanswered runs. So it's pretty big right there.
Yeah, they'll see if Holston can get an early lead here. That's be a big time advantage too for them to start this.
Hopefully they'll be able to move this guy over. Conrad Thacker just needs to hit the ball opposite field or get a base hit. Do something to get Milhorn over to third base so they can get a run.
Now batting is Conrad Thacker. First pitch is ball inside. Might see a bunt here.
I would too. That play a little bit of small ball right here. You're gonna need as many runs as you can to beat this Chilhowie team.
Yeah, manufacturer here. The 1-0 is on the way. It's high for ball 2. So Pierce looks a little bit rattled here just to start the game after that leadoff double by Milhorn.
Has a little control issues. He's had some control issues this year. Hasn't been as dominant as he was last year.
The 2-0 is on the way, right on the outside corner for a ball.
Right now, Conrad Thacker, you're not swinging the bat right here. You're making Pierce come to you. I mean, he's got to come to you 2-3 times, so you're pretty confident right now as a hitter.
Here comes the 3-0 inside for ball 4, so now we've got runners on first and second. No outs here in the first inning.
Now, the worst thing that could happen right now for Holston was for them to hit into a double play.
Yeah, that sort of might have been, after you got 2 balls on him, you might have just went ahead.
Yeah. Chilhowie's a pretty good defensive team, and they're really looking for a double play right now, and it would not surprise me if they was to get it right here. But Widener, he did homer the other day against Northwood.
Yeah, Widener swings and misses on the first pitch. Went off speed on the first pitch, and it was a strike, so now we've got a 0-1 count.
That was a curveball. It was a good pitch right there. Got Widener chasing. He was hoping he'd hit it off into the bat and get a ground ball right there, but he just missed it.
He was trying to poke it into right field, so we've got an 0-1 count here. Milhorn on second, Thacker on first. Here comes the pitch.
Widener.
Low for a ball, so now we've got a 1-1 count.
That was a good eye right there by Widener. It looked good. It was a fastball, just a little low, but I mean, right now Pierce is having a little bit of trouble hitting a spot, so you're probably going to want to wait and see if you can get something good to hit.
A pick-off move right there, but nothing going, so now we're stuck still at a 1-1 count.
Pierce trying to make sure Milhorn doesn't go right there, but if you're Milhorn, you're probably not going to go. TJ Lewis has a pretty good arm back there to catchers. You're probably going to get thrown out trying to steal third base.
1-1's on the way. Curveball again, high for a ball, so now we've got a 2-1 count.
Pierce is hasn't throwing very many strikes right now. I don't know what's going through his head right now.
Throwing a lot of off speed, even though he's not been able to hit the strike zone with the fastball yet. 2-1 is on the way. Fouled back. 2-2 count.
I think that right there was probably Widener's pitch to hit right there. It seemed like a pretty good fastball down the middle. He just missed that one a little bit.
Yeah, he's a little bit late. We'll see what happens here. 2-2. Runners on second and first. We'll see.
That'd be something for Widener to have another home run. He homered in the first inning, which was a 2-run homer. Maybe this would be a 3-run homer.
That really brought Austin Robbins out of his game quick.
Yeah, that'd be really big for Holston to get a 3-run homer in the first inning and go up first on Chilhowie.
The 2-2 is fouled off. Oh, yeah, that'd be big. Especially, they're going to have offense.
That'd give Widener a lot of confidence, too, considering he's on the mound tonight. So that would really help him, too, especially when you're pitching with the lead. It's helpful.
2-2 is on the way again. It's time for a ball, so 3-2.
Part of the reason why Chilhowie's pitchers have been so dominant this year. Most of the time they've been pitching with the lead because their offense is so potent.
Bring them out early and see what happens.
Yeah, pretty good ball team. Chilhowie's only lost one game this year, which was the Grayson County 6-10.
3-2 is popped up over on the first base side in foul territory. Caleb Sheets is going to settle under it for the first out of the inning. So Widener fouls out, and that's going to be the first out of the inning.
That's tough right there for Holston, just to waste it out right there. Didn't move the runners over or anything. Maybe Barlow can do something right here. Something that Widener was unable to.
And we got the number 4 hole hitter, Barlow. He's the catcher for this Holston team.
And back to Chilhowie, their only loss was to Grayson County. They lost 6-10, but they played them later in the year, and they ended up winning 12-8. So, I mean, they're somewhat even, and they're in the same region, so they'll probably be playing here soon.
First pitch to Barlow was high for a ball, so now we're to a 1-0 count.
Here comes a pitch from Pierce.
Inside for a strike, so he brought the heat right there on the inside corner and painted it black for strike 1. 1-1 count.
That was a little close right there. I think Barlow did a good job of taking that pitch since Pierce had one ball already on him.
Yeah, the 1-1 is on the way with 1 out. Called strike 2 looking, so now we're 1-2.
That was a good
So
good
Holston right
Pierce.
now is in some trouble. They got the first 2 guys on. They had a chance to.
Chilhowie gets this out right here. They could get out of this inning without giving up any runs, which would really hurt Holston.
It's hard to not score a leadoff double.
It is, and that right there pitch is a curveball in the dirt. That's hard to lay off of as a hitter. It looks good. Looks like it's going to come right down the middle.
He was able to lay off, so now we've got an even 2-2 count.
The bottom just drops out at the very last second.
We'll see what Pierce does right here. 2-2. Still runners on first and second. 2-2's on the way, fouled back. We're going to stay at 2-2.
Barlow's a pretty good catcher, too. He's probably either but second or third best catcher. It just depends on who Northwood has behind the plate. Jackson Prater's a pretty good catcher. He's pretty athletic, but Barlow, he's there most of the time, so I would say he's the second best catcher behind, of course, T.J. Lewis. Ooh.
There's a pickoff move right there.
That's a good play right there by Chilhowie. When there's runners on second and first, and you're running on first base, and first baseman's playing back, you're not expecting to get a pick off. And Caleb Boyd broke right there. He almost had him. He just dropped the ball.
Conrad Thacker. That ball's in the dirt. It's going to get by the catcher, and all the runners are going to advance a base. So now we've got runners on second and third.
That's a rare pass ball by T.J. Lewis right there. I'm not really sure what happened right there. It's a curveball in the dirt. Those are hard to block because they're going to bounce the other way. Might throw him off a little bit.
And even bigger is that move the runners in a scoring position.
Yeah.
Now we've got a full count, 3-2.
Yeah, hopefully Barlow can at least put the ball in play, get one run across. They really need some runs. Get up early on Chilhowie. Something George Wythe was unable to do. I mean, they had base runners in scoring position just about every inning, and they never were able to get anybody across.
Yeah, they never could get a big hit in that situation. 3-2's on the way. It's fouled back here, so
good job by Barlow to stay alive.
Barlow was
right
hanging
there.
In there.
It's frustrating when you're a pitcher, but maybe he'll come back and get him right here.
And as a 4-hole hitter, he's really got to prove himself right here with runners in scoring position.
Barlow's not used to batting in the 4-hole. Devin Keith, I believe, he's batted in the 3-hole, which caused, and they moved him down, so it caused Widener to be moved up into the 3-hole. So that's weird for Barlow being in that position. He's usually in the 5-hole.
3-2 was high for a ball, so that was a walk issued there by Pierce to Barlow. Now batting is Austin Crabtree, the first baseman for this Holston team. He's a left-handed batter. He's the son of Patrick Henry's head softball coach over there for varsity.
Interesting stat, Crabtree, he had 2 hits the other night.
First pitch is outside for a ball.
He was the only hitter in the game between Northwood and Holston from both teams that was able to get 2 hits. So Crabtree's proved himself pretty good in this tournament.
It was a big stat.
Got moved up in the lineup today, so hopefully he'll continue to move up.
1-0 is on the way, swung on and missed for strike 1, so now we're at a 1-1 count. Yeah, Holston got away easy two nights ago.
That storm came in, and
they got through
if I
it
was
in
Northwood,
5.
I'd be a little upset, but I mean it's just how it played out.
Yeah, they defeated Northwood 6-2, and Crabtree looks at another strike there. So now we've got a 1-2 count. A young player with the bases loaded here in the tournament.
I believe he's a freshman, but right there, that's a fastball down the middle. You got to swing at that ball. You can't let that go past you. That's your pitch to hit.
The 1-2 with 1 out and the bases loaded. Here comes the delivery from Pierce, low for a ball. So now we're at an even 2-2 count.
That was a really close pitch right there. It's hard to take if you're a batter right there, and you got 2 strikes on you.
See if he can work this to a full count right here and really add some pressure on Pierce.
He really needs to put the ball in play right here.
2-2's on the way outside. He went off speed outside for ball 3.
That
so
was
now
a good eye right there.
big time pitch right here to see how
full count. Bases are loaded. He walks his batter. There's a run across. So let's see what Crabtree can do right here. Hopefully he won't hit into a double play. He's not got a lot of speed.
3-2 inside corner, looking, strike 3. So it's going to be the second out of the inning.
You got 2 strikes on you as a hitter. You got to at least attempt to hit that. Devin Keith, he usually bats third for Holston.
And he's up
moved
now.
Down into the 6th hole. Hadn't been batting very well, so maybe he can redeem himself right here and get a big hit for the Cavaliers early.
And Keith is another left-handed batter, so they're going to come at you with back-to-back left-handed hitters in this lineup. First pitch is on the way, curveball for strike 1.
And it's weird that Chilhowie wouldn't pitch Sheets. I mean, since Holston's better than George Wythe, and they have 2 decent left-hand hitters, so it's interesting why they pitched Sheets the other day.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, too. I guess the region has to be in play.
Yeah.
Second pitch is looked at for strike 2, and now you can tell Pierce has got some momentum there after
he does.
Got it. After
if you're Devin Keith, I'd probably call time right here to kind of get him out of his rhythm, because 2 outs right here, bases loaded. You really don't want to get in that dugout without getting any runs.
Here's the 0-2 pitch from Pierce. Strike 3 swinging, so that's going to do it for the Cavaliers. They were able to get the bases loaded. Pierce gets out of a jam there. Keith, like I said, goes down swinging. We're going to go into the bottom of the first inning, tied 0-0 still. So we'll go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the final game here in the Hogo Baseball Tournament. This is Dylan Hutton along with Lucas Rector, and we're getting ready to start the bottom of the first inning as the Warriors get ready to head up to the plate. Leading off will be Tyler Pierce, followed by Reed Sturgill, and Pierce is the starting pitcher. Sturgill's the starting second baseman. 3-hole hitter Forrest Haga is third baseman. He's hit 5 home runs this year.
Yeah, and
he hit the 3-run home run the 2 nights ago.
He's hitting above 600 this year, so he's hitting really good right now. Warriors' best hitter. He was 2011 Hogo District Player of the Year, and last year T.J. Lewis, the catcher, was the 2012 Hogo District Player of the Year. So having 2 District Players of the Year on your team right now, that's pretty good if you're Chilhowie. And the thing about that last strikeout, it was a high fastball, and the other night Thacker and Austin Robbins, they liked that high fastball a lot, trying to get strikeouts, as Thacker recorded, I believe it was 9 strikeouts the other night. In the last top of the 5th inning, he struck out the side in order to get Holston in the dugout. And if he wouldn't have done that, and the game would have took on a little bit longer, it wouldn't be Chilhowie and Holston playing day. It'd be Holston and Northwood finishing that game.
Oh yeah, it would be. It might have been after this game. They might have had to squeeze them together and had to play a doubleheader.
I mean, it worked out in Holston's favor. Conrad Thacker coming through getting the strikeouts.
Following Forrest Haga in the lineup, batting in the 4-hole, like Lucas said, was T.J. Lewis. 5-hole hitter Jeffrey Johnson will be playing center field. 6th after Johnson will be Dustin Creasy, left field. 7th-hole hitter Caleb Sheets, he's a first baseman. 8th is Dalton Bennett in right field. And rounding out the lineup for the Warriors is the 9th hitter Corey Heath, and he's a starting shortstop. He hit .346 last year. And like we said on the rubber for Holston is the side armor, T.J. Widener. So we'll see what he does. He usually plays center field.
Widener keeps the ball low, throws it away. He's not quite as fast as Thacker, but he's a pretty reliable pitcher. Hopefully he can keep the Warriors off balance better than George Wythe did. And Holston really wants to get a win right here. Might help himself in the region, even though they're going to the Division I Class A region. And Chilhowie is going to the Division II Class A region. And if Chilhowie wins this game, they will be first. But if they lose, Grayson County will be first, so it's a pretty big game for Chilhowie when you think about it.
Tyler Pierce was leading off the inning. He lined out to the shortstop Thacker, so a hard hit there on the first pitch of the inning. But it was the first out of the inning there on the line out.
Second game in a row that the Cavaliers shortstops caught a line drive. Jackson Prater hit one the other night to Devin Keith when he was playing shortstop, so pretty good plays right there.
Now batting is Reed Sturgill. He's looking on the first pitch for a strike, so now we've got an 0-1 count on Sturgill.
It's a good job for Widener to get those first pitch strikes in right there.
And Holston really had a lot of momentum built up right there, but they weren't able to do anything in the bottom, in the top of the inning. So
yeah, had the bases loaded. I mean, that's tough, but I mean, hopefully I can get in here, shut down Chilhowie, get back in the dugout, and hopefully do something, score a few runs.
Yeah, Sturgill's looking on the second pitch, so we've got an 0-2 count. The 0-2 is on the way. Strike 3 swinging, got him chasing. So that's going to be the second out of the inning. Quick inning. Four pitches.
Yes, that's
so far.
If you're Forrest Haga, you want to extend this at bat a little bit if you can. To
definitely work the count. Make Widener work a little bit.
Throw some more pitches. Widener's speed's not quite as fast, so Charles not quite used to that. Used to seeing everybody's best, fastest guy, so it's throwing him off a little bit.
Haga's going to hit a grounder in the gap between third and short, and it's going to get through for a base hit. So it's going to be the first base hit
all year, so it's not surprising that he got on base right there. Even though that was the first pitch, that's surprising to see him swing at that. I mean, he's a pretty good baseball player, and you probably know that he probably knows baseball, and to swing at that first pitch is interesting.
Now batting is T.J. Lewis, but as far as Haga, he's only gotten out like 21 times this whole year.
So he's pretty confident when he gets up to the plate.
Might as well let him swing,
Might as well. I mean, the other night he hit that home run on a 3-0 count, and most time you don't see hitters swinging the bat.
Most of the time it's a red light on that one.
Yeah.
First pitch to Lewis is in the dirt.
I mean, I don't blame Jeff Robertson for giving the green light on that one. You have a hitter that's as good as Haga.
Yeah, 5 home runs says it all.
He's pretty
It's not the outs certainly do. He's only gotten out 21 times.
Equally as good as Haga is T.J. Lewis, who's up to bat right now, the catcher.
Second pitch to Lewis is also in the dirt. So,
as I said last year, he was the Hoagie District Player of the Year, so that's really big accomplishment for Lewis considering he was only a junior. And when Haga received the honors, he was only a sophomore, so that's even better.
It's scary, yeah.
It's interesting to see who will be it this year. I suspect it'll probably be Haga. It could be Sheets, though. He's had a really good year on the mound, so you never know. He's hit some home runs this year, but I expect it'll be Haga.
We've got a 3-0 count on T.J. Lewis after the third pitch was inside for a ball. The 3-0's on the way inside for a strike. So they went fastball on the black right there and got it.
Hopefully Holston get this out right here, get out of this inning without giving any runs up. Give a lot of them.
Yeah, Chilhowie hits the way they did against George Wythe.
It might not be a game very long.
Runner goes. Lewis is swinging, and it's going to be fouled on the first base line.
Maybe a hit and run right there or something. That was almost took out a few of the Holston Cavalier coaches. Could have been a bad little scene right there.
Couldn't have been good, could it? So we've got a 3-2 count. Looks like Milhorn is going to come out and talk to Widener, sort of get a plan here. 3-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning.
It's starting to look a little dark over there. Hopefully that rain won't come this way. It'll keep on going by because we really don't want to be delayed anymore.
No, we've had our share of delays and cancellations. The 3-2 is on the way. The runner acts like he's going and holds up. So now we've got another foul ball right there. So we're going to stay 3-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first for Chilhowie.
I know as a player it's frustrating when rain or games get rained out. We've had, I believe, over half of our games rained out this year. I've never seen anything quite like it. This weather's pretty unpredictable right now.
Yeah, this weather so far, at least this year, has not been very good for baseball. The runner goes again. Lewis is going to ground it to the third baseman. And he's going to throw it over to Crabtree for the third out of the inning. So a big timeout right there by Widener as Azale fields the grounder right there and throws it over to Crabtree for the final out of the inning. We go into the top of the second with nobody scoring yet. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break.
Holston.
We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to PHTV Sports live broadcast of the 2013 Hoga Higgy Baseball Tournament. We're in a championship game here. We're going into the top of the second inning with no score. So we're at a tie 0-0, and both teams are tied with 1 hit as well. So we've seen some pretty good defense from that perspective. But Holston did get the bases loaded in the last inning, but wasn't able to score. As for Chilhowie, they went down a little bit quicker, but they fought around there, but they didn't score anything. So Lucas, you think with these teams having so long to think about this game, they've had 2 days. The 2 cancellations, you think that has a big idea that they've had to sit around and think about having to play this game?
Yeah, I think it does. I mean, they're probably pretty anxious to get out here and play this game. I mean, they've faced each other twice this year already, obviously, and they know each other pretty well. I mean, they've played them all their lives, so they're just anxious to get out here so you can win this game. And I believe we have a little bit of rain coming down here, so hopefully it won't be too much.
Yeah, it was a quick half inning right there.
It was.
In between innings. Now batting is Josh Azale. He's the third baseman.
Azale's a senior, hadn't had quite the year he's wanted, but he's a decent ball player.
First pitch is off speed for a strike, so we've got an 0-1 count, and the rain is starting to come in. The clouds are starting to come over the field. Hopefully we'll...
Not quite as agile as most third basemen in the district, but I guess for Holston it gets the job done.
The 0-1 is looked at, and it's going to be a ball 1, so we've got a 1-1 count.
Rain coming down might affect Pierce's grip a little bit. Sometimes might make the ball a little wet.
We'll see how that affects him here. Here's the 1-1 pitch is on the way. It's going to be fouled. It's going to be hit, popped up right behind second base. Sturgill's going to settle under it for the first out of the inning, so a pop out to Sturgill is the end of Azale's.
Quick out right there on 2 pitches, or 3 pitches.
Yeah, 3 pitches gets him out, so now we go on to the next batter, Peyton Garrett. He's DHing for the Cavaliers' second baseman, Wes Roberts. So evidently they're seeing some sort of strategy right there. They used that against Northwood.
Yeah, Wes is a little bit better fielding second baseman. Used to be Austin Almany. Him and Wes Roberts used to switch out a little bit at second base, but I guess they figured Wes was a little bit better defensively.
Peyton Garrett's going to ground it to Sturgill over at second base. Sturgill throws it over for the second out of the inning, so now we're at 2 outs.
And Peyton Garrett, he used to be playing right field, and I guess they figured Almany was better defensively than Garrett, but his bat was still pretty good.
Maybe a little bit quicker, too.
Yeah, put him out there in right field and let Garrett come in and bat for Roberts. Get the best men on the field you can.
Now batting for Holston's Austin Almany. He's the right fielder. Here's the first pitch from Pierce. It's going to be lined out to center field.
That might be
Looks
gone.
like
off the fence right there by Austin Almany. It's a hard hit.
And it's going to be a stand-up double for the 9-hitter.
Second double
Austin
of the day
Almany
for the Cavaliers. He's coming out hitting the ball hard.
We'll see. Since they flipped the lineup over, let's see how Milhorn does since they've got a runner in scoring position of 2 outs.
It'd be really nice if he could duplicate that last at bat, get another double. That'd be really big for Holston Cavaliers. That'd push a run across.
Put you another guy in scoring position.
It does. Puts a little bit of pressure right here on Pierce. See how it'll affect him. Maybe he can get through it with this rain coming down a little bit.
Yeah, Johnson got burnt right there. Looked like he took a first step in.
Pierce probably isn't used to pitching these conditions, so it could mess with his mind a little bit right here.
And now batting is Shane Milhorn. He's the left fielder. First pitch was a ball on the inside.
If you're Milhorn, you're looking for the pitch he gave you last time, a fastball right down the middle. You don't want to swing any of that curveball like he just threw.
The 1-0 is on the way as Almany gets his lead. Looked at for strike 1.
Pierce rode back right there and threw that a little bit hard, and he has been wanting to get that strike across.
So we've got 2 outs here. Big at bat for Holston.
It is a big at bat right here. See if Milhorn can do anything.
1-1's on the way. Looked at. It's in the dirt for ball 2. So 2-1 count here on Milhorn.
And last year, Pierce was 6-0 with a 2.38 ERA. So he's been a pretty reliable pitcher in the past for the Warriors.
2-1 is grounded to the third baseman. He's going to throw it over to Sheets in the dirt. It's picked by Sheets. A good pick on the short hop. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning as Shane Milhorn grounds out to third base.
It is a good pick by Sheets. He got the pitch the other day, and he had 10 strikeouts, and he gave up only 5 hits, so he had a pretty good day on the mound against George Wythe. He also hit a 3-run homer, and he ended the game with 5 RBIs, so he had a big day.
You'll take that game if you're a baseball player, won't you? So we're going to go into the bottom of the 2nd inning with a tie game.
And he's replacing Dalton Armstrong at the first base. And Dalton, he's had a pretty big at-bat. I believe he doubled the other day for Chilhowie. Had a couple RBIs. So he's been pretty productive coming off the bench playing first base when Sheets has to pitch. He's also, I think he's got 4 or 5 home runs on the year, so he's got a little bit of power to him. He's a pretty big boy out there.
Been leading off for Chilhowie here in the bottom of the 2nd inning will be Jeffrey Johnson, your center fielder tonight. And on deck will be Dustin Creasy, the left fielder, and in the hole is Caleb Sheets, the first baseman. So we'll get to see Sheets in this inning.
Yeah, and Creasy the other night, he almost hit one out. He's not very big, but he's surprising. He's got a lot of power to him. Hit it off the fence in right center, so a little bit of opposite field power. So surprising to most people that he was able to hit that ball that hard.
Creasy hit 346 last year. Anytime you can get around 350,
it's pretty
you're
good.
Doing pretty good.
I mean, he's hitting, what is he hitting, 6? Yeah. He's hitting 6 for the Warriors, so, I mean, your 6 hitters hitting that good. I mean, you know they got a pretty good offensive lineup.
Let's go ahead and give you the defensive lineman. I think we forgot to for Holston. Starting pitcher, like we said, is T.J. Widener, and catcher Dakota Barlow. At first base, Austin Crabtree. Second base, Wes Roberts. Third base, Josh Azale. Shortstop, Conrad Thacker. Left field, Shane Milhorn. Center field, Devin Keith. And right field, Austin Almany. So that's your Holston defensive alignment. Now batting is Jeffrey Johnson. Hit .214 last year. He's going to hit a little pop-up right behind second base. Conrad Thacker's not going to be able to get to it, and that's going to be a leadoff single for Jeffrey Johnson.
That's a tough play right there by Thacker, but what he really needs to do is just turn around and sprint until he gets behind the ball, then turn around, find it, and try to come get it. I mean, that's always a tough play right there. It's a little bit farther. Maybe the center fielder probably could have come got that. You would have liked to see him. I mean, that's his territory, but it's just a tough play.
And now batting is Dustin Creasy, the left fielder. And like you said, he hit good 2 nights ago, so we'll see what he does here with the runner on first being Jeffrey Johnson.
It's a good way for Johnson to start the inning off.
First pitch is going to be popped up right to Thacker at shortstop. Thacker is going to settle under it. Widener was able to jam him right there.
That was a good pitch by Widener. Creasy must have been looking for something different.
A little pop fly there to the shortstop will be the first out of the inning in the tie game 0-0. So both teams share 2 hits.
And Johnson over at first base, he's got a little bit of speed about him. He also pitches some, so he might get to pitch in some today.
Now batting is Caleb Sheets. Sheets is going to line one over the second baseman Roberts' head, and all the runners are going to hold where they are. So now we've got runners on first and second here off the Sheets single.
That was a good hard hit ball right there by Sheets. He's a left-handed hitter, so he got around on that ball pretty good. And Roberts, he almost had that one. He just missed it by a couple of inches, maybe a foot or two. He jumped and missed it.
And now batting is Dalton Bennett. He's the number 8 hitter for this Chilhowie team. He's also the right fielder. We'll see what he does. Runners on first and second.
He didn't get the start the other day against George Wythe, but since Pierce is at the mound, they have to move a few players around. He gets the start.
First pitch to Bennett is popped up right behind second base. Conrad Thacker's calling off Wes Roberts. He'll settle under it for the second out of the inning. So that pop-up right there does Dalton Bennett in. So that's the second out of the inning and the bottom of the second.
So they're being aggressive swinging at the first pitch, but they're starting to pop it up a little bit, maybe getting underneath the ball a little bit. Might need to wait back and drive the ball the opposite field.
Yeah, now batting is Corey Heath. He's the number 9 hitter, and he hit .346 last season. He's going to show bunt. He's going to bunt it down.
Right there.
And Austin Crabtree's going to make a good play there as he comes off the bag as T.J. Widener is able to throw him out.
As a pitcher, that's a really good play. Come over and get that ball and throw him out, because if you don't get there, it's really hard for a third baseman to get there and throw that guy out on the run.
Yeah, that was a big-time play right there, and also for somebody young like Austin Crabtree to come off the bag and stretch out there, use the right side of the bag to stretch off of. Good footwork there for a young first baseman.
Another scoreless inning by Holston, so I don't know. Chilhowie doesn't seem to be picking up Widener too well. So that's good for Holston. Maybe they can get something going. Score runs early, put a little bit of pressure on Chilhowie. So they do. They haven't been behind much this year. They've won a lot of their games by the 10-run rule. I think only 2 games in the district they haven't won by 10-run rules, which is against Patrick Henry and against Northwood. Patrick Henry lost 6-3, and Northwood, I believe, lost 10-2. So Chilhowie's been pretty dominant in the district this year.
And when you can take Chilhowie 7 innings, you'll definitely pat yourself on the back with the kind of season they have and the kind of talent they have on their team. But we're going to go in to the top of the 3rd inning with a tie 0-0 score. So we're still waiting on somebody to crack the scoreboard with the first run.
2 goose eggs up there. I kind of expect that. I mean, both these teams had pretty good years, and both these pitchers are really good pitchers. So let's see which one's going to get rattled up a little bit first.
And now batting for Holston is Conrad Thacker. He's a shortstop, and we'll see what he does. In his first at bat, he walked, so he's definitely probably wanting to get up there and get the swing.
Thacker's he's hit leadoff a couple times this year, so it's not anything new to be hitting leadoff. So hopefully he'll get a couple hits.
First pitch is on the way, low for ball. And the first at bat, Conrad didn't even see a strike, so
he did not.
Still has not seen a strike. We've got a 1-0 count. Who do you think this plays to? Close game like this, as far as no score, low scoring game.
Low scoring game. That's tough. I mean, Holston, they've won a couple games when it's been close, and they know how to come back. I'm not sure about Chilhowie, but Chilhowie is a good ball team. I don't think they're going to give up and quit, but they have had a little bit of trouble in the district tournament in the past. I mean, considering that they've won the regular season championship 8 years in a row now, and they've only won the Hogo district tournament 3 years in a row, so it's a little rough. Haven't had quite as much success.
We've got a 2-1 count here on Thacker. The curveball on 2-1 is high for another ball, so now we're at a 3-1 count. Thacker got it one across the plate, and he fouled it back. So we're sitting here at a 3-1 count. Delivery's on the way, and Thacker walks again, so that's his second walk.
Pierce is having a little bit of trouble pitching to him.
Pierce has walked 3 batters so far, and he's walked Conrad twice.
Hopefully Widener can redeem himself a little bit. Last at bat, he popped up to Sheets in foul territory, so maybe he can get a base rip right here, move Conrad Thacker over into scoring position.
Yeah, now batting is T.J. Widener, the pitcher. We'll see what he does. They're going to throw over to Thacker. They almost got him.
That's close right there. If you're Thacker, you best be getting down on the next one. I mean,
Pierce has a quick move for a
righty.
righty.
I don't think Thacker was really ready for that one, so he best be getting dirty the next one.
First pitch to Widener's fouled back behind home plate. So
Widener's getting under the ball a little bit. He popped up the first ball, and then he popped that one up behind us. I don't believe he's getting around the ball quite as well as he needs to. Maybe rushing his swing a little bit.
They're going to throw back over and try to get Thacker again. Another close
one. Thacker really is going to have to start getting dirty. I'm not sure why he's not getting down, but he's getting lucky over there.
He's going to throw over again, try to get him.
Pierce just trying to catch him off guard right there, but I believe Thacker's seen his move enough times. He's starting to dial in a little bit, maybe not get as much of a lead, though, as he has been.
The 0-1's on the way as Thacker gets his lead. It's away. It's off the plate for a ball. Pierce is struggling early
here to throw strikes. I mean, not what you're used to from these Chilhowie pitchers.
Yeah, 3 walks in 3 innings. So the 1-1 is on the way. It's going to be fouled back behind us here, behind home plate. So we're at a 1-2 count on T.J. Widener.
Looks to me like Widener's rushing his swing a little bit, maybe dipping those back hands, just trying to get around the ball quick enough. Maybe he needs to shorten up a little bit. That way he can get around. Pierce throws around 82, probably the fastest Chilhowie pitcher he's clocked in at this year. So
the 1-2 pitch is lined into center field. Jeffrey Johnson's going to get over there for the first out of the inning.
That was a curveball.
So that's a good hit right there.
That was, especially on a curveball when you got 2 strikes. But just wasn't able to do anything with it. That had been in the gap. That probably would have been a double. I mean, that was pretty much a line drive.
Now batting is Dakota Barlow. He's the catcher. See what he does here. Widener, almost, if he could have been a little bit later on that one, held off, might have been still talking about extra bases right now.
I mean, Thacker's got a little bit of speed to him. That would have been an extra base hit. Thacker possibly could have scored. Depends on how
if it got to
quick
the fence.
One of the outfielders got to the ball.
Yeah, so Thacker is stranded on first base right there on the first. They really hadn't been able to get runners over early.
No, they haven't, and it's going to be tough for them to steal. T.J. Lewis is a pretty good catcher. He's got a lot of experience back there. He's got a lot of faith in his arm. He's got a really powerful arm, so I'm not so sure Holston will try to test that early right now. I mean, it'd be bad to get an out and then get a base hit after that, knowing that you could have got a run in right there.
Now batting is Dakota Barlow. First pitch to Barlow is a ball low, so early 1-0 count on Dakota Barlow.
Hopefully Barlow can do something right here with this pitch.
1-0 is on the way. It's going to be popped up right at first base. Sheets looks like he's going to get under it for the second out of the inning. So
looks like Pierce has been
another
a little
pop
bit
out to first base.
Been a lot of pops up today, and since it's been raining, the grass is a little bit wet. So as a hitter, you really want to put that ball on the ground, make the fielders deal with the wet ball. And both pitchers have been getting a lot of pop-ups, so that's interesting.
And now batting is Austin Crabtree. So we've got him back up again, young player.
Had 2 hits the other night, only player in that game to have 2 hits. So.
First pitch is going to be fouled back, so we've got an early 0-1 count on Austin Crabtree. That was an aggressive swing right there.
It was an aggressive
First
swing.
pitch.
I think that's what you got to have when you face Tyler Pierce. When he throws you a fastball, you got to recognize it and you got to hit it because he may not throw too many. He's pretty confident in his curveball.
Yeah, he was throwing curveballs early when he wasn't even able to get his fastball across. 0-1 pitch is on the way in the dirt for a ball, so we're stuck at 1-1. And Conrad Thacker's not moved off first base after the leadoff walk.
He's not, and that's tough. I mean, you get someone on base, you got to move him over. I mean, bunt, do something. Play a little bit of small ball right here, Holston.
The 1-1 is going to be lined up back up over second base, and it's going to be a single for Austin Crabtree. A big hit right there, so he's going to get his first hit of the day after striking out looking last time. That's a big time at bat. And now we've got runners on first and second with 2 outs, and Devin Keith comes up to the plate.
See what Devin Keith can do right here as Jason Matlock comes out and talks to him. Not sure what he's saying. Probably just tell him, focus on hitting the ball opposite field and hopefully getting Thacker in right here. Devin Keith, he's been struggling as he's been moved down the lineup a couple of spots, so hopefully he can regain himself and get a good rip right here.
Remember big hit in the gap right here would be a lot of momentum.
Last year he had a lot of power, so hopefully he can do something good right now.
See if Pierce has got another chance to get out of a jam.
He does. Keith's got a little bit of power to him, even though he's not very big, which is surprising to most people, so you got to be careful where you place this ball.
Both these teams have good bats.
They do.
First pitch to Keith is fouled back.
There's a good aggressive swing out there by Keith, trying to hit that fastball to opposite field is what he really needs to do right here.
I think you'll see off speed right here with Pierce.
I think he will too. Got those back-to-back left-hand hitters. Going to be tough for a righty.
The 0-1 to Keith is on the way. It's going to be off speed for a strike.
Yeah,
so
right there as you call it.
Keith is now 0-2.
It's a good pitch right there by Pierce. Has a lot of control in his curveball early. So
we've got runners on first and second.
Yeah.
Thacker at second. Crabtree at first. And here comes the 0-2 pitch to Keith with 2 outs. It's in the dirt for a ball, so we've got a 1-2 count here. Good eye. They were trying to get him chasing there.
Good block right there by Lewis. He lets that ball pass him, running on second and third. I mean, even a single score run. So good block right there by T.J. Lewis.
We'll see what Pierce comes with here. 1-2. Does he have faith in the curveball, or does he go fastball? 1-2's on the way.
With the fastball.
Fastball right down the middle at the knees for strike 3. So a strikeout looking by Devin Keith, and Keith has struck out swinging in the first inning, struck out looking this inning.
Tried to get him with that curveball low last pitch, and then this pitch comes with a fastball low, and I guess Keith thinks it's going to be low too, and just watches it come right in. That's tough when you got to run on first and second, and then even before that you have the bases loaded and you still can't get anybody scored. So that's 5 runners left on base already by Holston in 2 innings of play.
Yep, it definitely is. But we've had a good game up to this point. No team has scored yet. Both teams have shared 3 hits apiece. So we'll go into the bottom of the third with Chilhowie coming up to the bat, and we're going to go to a quick commercial break. It's Patrick Henry High School, the host of the 2013 Hogo Hickey Baseball Tournament. This is Dylan Hutton along with Lucas Rector, and we've got a 0-0 tie here in the as we head into the bottom of the third. Is for Chilhowie leading off the inning. We're back up to the top of the order. Tyler Pierce will be coming up for his second time today. He lined out to shortstop his first at bat. On deck is Reed Sturgill. He struck out his first at bat, and in the hole was Forrest Haga, and he singled his first at bat. So we'll see what Forrest does.
Yeah,
here.
Haga's been a really good batter, probably one of the best in the Southwest Virginia. So, and Pierce is the leadoff hitter. He's had success the other night. He had 2 doubles, so maybe he can get something started here. He's a really reliable leadoff hitter, and he's also on the mound today.
First pitch to Pierce is a ball.
It was way outside. I'm not sure what happened right there with.
Must have slipped.
It must have. It must be a little bit of wet out there. And here's an interesting stat. T.J. Lewis is batting cleanup today. He was first team All-State catcher last year, so that's a pretty big honor, being an All-State.
The 1-0 is popped up into left field.
Right field.
That's down. The right fielder's not going to be able to get around to it. And T.J. Lewis is going to try to stretch it into a double. He's able to.
Maybe
good job by Pierce.
Pierce right there.
Get excited.
First, being aggressive on those base paths.
Pierce gets a double right there to start off the inning. So
that's a big hit right there, and you got Sturgill and you got Haga right behind him. So hopefully they can score a run right here. Might put a little bit of pressure on the Widener.
So a leadoff double there by Pierce.
That was a good job by Pierce thinking opposite field right there.
And now batting is Reed Sturgill. Let's see if Widener can get out of this jam.
Widener likes that outside corner. So
first pitch is fouled off. Tried to saw him off right there on the inside corner.
He doesn't usually come inside very much, so when he does, he throws you off guard a little bit. That's what happened right there to Sturgill.
So we've got an 0-1 count on Sturgill, and Tyler Pierce gets his lead off of second base. Widener winds up. Here's the pitch. Sturgill shows bunt. He pulls back for the second strike, so we've got an 0-2 count there as he was looking.
And interesting stat, Forrest Haga, the past 2 years, he's been a All-State honorable mentions for utility players, so
it's a big honor.
2 All-State, at least honorable mentions, and 1 first-team All-State player right now for Chilhowie Warriors. And they expect to have some more in the future and this year, I assume.
Oh, yeah, he'll have something this year. The 0-2 is fouled back, so Sturgill's fighting here with a 0-2 count.
Chilhowie's had a lot of All-State selections. No one, not so sure if this is Jeff Robinson, the coach, but he was an All-State outfielder, honorable mention in 1994, so Chilhowie's had a lot of success with the All-State.
That's going to be a ground ball hit to the shortstop. Thacker, he's going to get the force or he's going to get the play at third there as he gets Pierce. Pierce didn't see the ball through. He went ahead and tried to get to third on the ground ball to the shortstop, and Conrad Thacker, he had enough wherewithal to throw it over there and get him out.
That's a good play right there by Thacker, knowing where the base runner's at. And Pierce, he kind of hesitated right there. Maybe if he wouldn't have hesitated, he'd have been safe. It was a really good play by Thacker and a good play by the third baseman.
And that was a big play by Thacker because now batting's Forrest Haga, and he doesn't get out much.
No.
A single would have been a run. Now you've just got the runner on first.
Yeah, it's very true. And now there's not a runner in scoring position, and they have the out, so really big out right there.
First pitch to Haga as the runner gets into scoring position. He's going to slide in safely.
Looks like
so Sturgill's going to move over to second.
Barlow had a little trouble getting the ball out of his glove right there. Might be a little slick or something. didn't have a very good transfer.
Good news is the suns came out.
That is. Hopefully it'll stay out and this weather will stay good like this. Yeah. It looks like there's a rainbow over there, so maybe the rain has quit for the day.
Maybe it has. I don't know what that means for anybody, but it could be rain behind it, Luke. Got a 1-0 count on the way. You know you've got a good color commentator when he finds rainbows out there. Are you paying attention now?
Yeah, Chilhowie, they've got 7 seniors out here today, so got a lot of seniors. Probably going to miss them next year, but they're a pretty good program. They'll probably be able to refuel.
They've been able to for 8 years, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Been
the 2-0's in the dirt for ball 3, so we're at a 3-0 count here on Forest Haga.
Haven't been as dominant in the district as they have in the region. They've only won the region twice, and that was last year and in 1972, so haven't had quite as much success at the region level as they'd like to.
Got a 3-0 on the way. Runner's going to go ahead and try to take third. There's going to be a play at third. He's going to be safe. So Sturgill's in at third as the ball gets by the catcher, and the walk's issued to Forest Haga.
That's a good job by Haga getting down that line in case there's a bat there at third base. He could get the second. It's a good hustle.
Now we've got runners at first. Yeah, we've got runners at first and third here. Now batting is T.J. Lewis. We've got one out here in the bottom of the third inning. Game still tied at 0. We'll see what T.J. does here. You definitely
want to hit right now if you're T.J. Lewis. Get that run across. Put a lot of confidence for Chilhowie. Now, if Holston get a double play, that'd also put a lot of confidence on them.
Lewis shows bunt. He pulls it back for a ball. So
it's interesting.
1-0 count.
Coach Robinson's having your cleanup hitter and bunt. So, I mean, just because you're a good hitter doesn't mean you can't bunt. I like how he does that.
Yeah, he's making everybody feel like they are the equal no matter where they are in the lineup. The runner's going to go ahead and take second. So Haga is going to go ahead and steal second. Now we've got runners on second and third.
So there goes the double play. So puts the ball in play. There's a pretty good chance that someone's going to score.
So we've got a 2-0 count, runners on second and third. Now we've got a 3-0 after that pitch is inside for a ball.
Lewis is getting a little frustrated. He wants to hit the
it
ball.
It almost
right here.
wouldn't be bad to just go ahead and walk the base.
Walk him, yeah.
Because Jeffrey Johnson's coming up. He hit .214 last season.
So not quite as good a hitter as Lewis, and that would put the bases loaded. You get the force out at home, and he does that.
Yeah, the 3-0 is outside for a ball, so now we've got bases loaded. Now batting is Jeffrey Johnson.
And Coach Matlock, he comes out here to first-year coach for Holston. Got 3 first-year coaches this year in the Hoagie District, along with Larry Cannon, and Kevin Dalton from George Wythe. So a lot of new coaches this year in the Hoagie District.
Yeah, we had a couple new ones come in, didn't we?
We do, and also got a new coach for Patch County softball team, which is Coach Crabtree, whose son is the first base for Holston. And the girls, they will be playing sometime next week in the region playoffs, so good job for them. Had a good season.
They had a good season after a tough start. They bounced back and won, I think, 6 of their last 7.
I think they have, so they've finished pretty strong.
Good bounce back right there to get, well, I guess, like you said, the season goes on.
Yeah, you get better, you improve. Let's talk about the strength of schedule today. Chilhowie, their non-district schedule has been Marion, Grayson County, Volunteer, Gatlinburg, Pittman, Galax, and they played Galax in Grayson County and Marion. They played them twice.
I know where this is going.
Volunteer and Gatlinburg, Pittman.
Who did Holston play?
Now, let's think about Holston's schedule right here.
Well, let's get this batter through, and then we'll worry about that. But we got the first pitch here to Jeffrey Johnson. I know what you're going to say.
All right,
it's away for a ball, and we've got the bases loaded.
We got the bases loaded, so it's a big at bat. We'll hold on for this.
Yeah, we'll hold on. You can do that in between innings, Luke. I know you've been waiting for a while to do that, I guess. Strength of schedule. He's an expert. 1-0 is going to be
big hit right here.
Right and left
that
field.
Might be gone.
It's going to looks like it's going to go over the fence for a grand slam for Jeffrey Johnson. So evidently walking T.J. Lewis wasn't a very good one.
If you're wide there, Jeffrey Johnson, he kind of trotted down to first base on that one. I believe he knew it was gone off his bat, but still as a hitter, you got to have a little bit more respect for the game right there. You don't trot. So when he comes back up to the plate, it wouldn't surprise me if Widener hits him.
You're so negative. You know that. I mean, he hit a grand slam. Give him a break.
He hit a grand slam, but you still don't trot.
The wind wasn't even blowing, Luke.
That's a big hit right there by Chilhowie, though.
That was a grand slam. So, Lucas, you found a way to. You're rating on their parade. So it's now 4-0 Chilhowie, and we've got Dustin Creasy up. He's going to ground it to Wes Roberts. Roberts is going to be a close play. He's going to get him out by a step. So now we've got 2 outs.
Roberts bobbled the ball a little bit. If they wouldn't have got that out, that'd have been terrible for him. I mean, giving up that grand slam, then having the error right after that. But luckily, Roberts picked it up and threw him out in time.
Now batting is Caleb Sheets. He's the first baseman tonight. He pitched the first game there against George with a complete game. He struck out 10. And he only allowed 5 hits, so he had a good outing on the mound.
Good day. Also had 5 RBIs.
He's a good hitter
and a
as
home
well.
run.
And that's a good 7.
That is.
7-spot hitter.
That's a really good 7-spot hitter.
The first pitch is away for a ball, or inside for a ball. The second pitch is away for a ball, so we've got a 2-0 count on Sheets. And now Widener looks a little bit rattled after giving up that grand slam. And that's one of those things like Holston did to Northwood. You know, that home run really sort of took them out of the game.
They did. They never looked back, never gave up the lead. But I don't know, Chilhowie, they've been pretty confident playing with the lead this year. So I don't.
The 2-0 pitch is hit on the ground to Roberts. Roberts is going to mishandle it, but he's going to throw it over to first for the final out of the inning. So 4 runs on the grand slam by Jeffrey Johnson is going to give Chilhowie a 4-0 lead as we head into the top of the 4th inning.
It's a big hit right there by Jeffrey Johnson coming through. Didn't hit as good as he did last year, but he's hitting the 5-hole this year, hitting a lot better. Really big hit right there for Chilhowie. Now Tyler Pierce coming out on the mound. Got some confidence, got a lead now. I think he's going to start getting dialed in.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Chilhowie starts rolling here with the momentum they've picked up off that grand slam.
Cavaliers might have hurt them a little bit, confidence level a little bit, so see what they can do, see if they come out here and hopefully score a run this time.
They need to build an inning
They do. They've had 5 base runners on the base, so that's tough. I mean, they could have got a couple of them bites. It's a different ball game right here. So
yeah, it definitely could have been a whole lot better, and we do got a new pitcher, Dustin Creasy.
So Pierce didn't last as long. Maybe they're saving him for the region. That's interesting.
So let's get our lineup and everything straightened out. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Yeah, Creasy.
No, it's Dalton Bend, I believe. Yeah, it is. Yep. And
Josh Zale, is that who's up this inning?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, he's up. He's leading off.
All right, we've got 12 seconds. I know. We had that pitching change. We'll get to that, Lucas.
All right, we'll get to it.
You going to rip them up?
You dang right. I'll tear him up.
All right, welcome back to Patrick Henry High School, host of the 2013 baseball tournament. We've got a 4-0 lead as we go into the top of the 4th inning. So now batting is Josh Azale, the third baseman.
Pretty quick few innings right there. I mean, hasn't been much until that grand slam, so it's interesting. I mean, Chilhowie's only got 5 hits and Holston's got 3, so the pitchers they pitched decent.
And we had that pitching change with Creasy. He's now on the mound here as we go, as we're in the top of the 4th.
A lot of defensive change, too. Pierce went to shortstop, and the shortstop, Corey Heath, he moved to third base, and Forrest Haga, who was playing third base, he moved to center field, and the center fielder moved to right field. So
I'm glad I got you up here, you know.
And Dalton Bennett, he moved to left field.
Zale's swinging on the first pitch. It's going to be a strike. Second pitch is fouled off, so we've got a 0-2 count.
Players are pretty versatile. They can play a lot of different positions. That's nice to have.
They move them around a lot, don't they?
And
we had a hard time keeping up with them the other night.
Yeah.
Of course, by that point, it
had
gotten out of hand. It was like 19-0.
Yeah. So here comes a pitch.
The 0-2 is looked at for a ball, so it was close.
Yeah, Zell, I think he thought he was struck out right there. I mean, he needs to swing the bat a little bit right there.
He definitely wasn't walking for a walk there, 1-2.
No.
Got a 1-2 pitch on the way here from Creasy. It's going to be swung on and missed. Curveball. Pretty nasty curve, too.
That was a good pitch right there by Creasy. He's had a little bit of success this year pitching for Chilhowie, too. I mean, I think he's probably their third best pitcher behind Sheets and Pierce. And then might throw Jeffrey Johnson there, maybe contend for a third
they've definitely
spot.
got pitching.
They do have pitching. They're pretty well coached pitching.
And now batting is Peyton Garrett. So he's the DH for Wes Roberts. He's the number 8 hitter.
Yeah, Creasy throws the ball pretty hard, too, for his size. He's a really good baseball player.
He can hit the ball, too.
He can hit the ball.
1-0 is on the way. It's going to be fouled off down the first base line.
Good little pitch right there by Creasy. And maybe, I believe, who's up to bat right here? Peyton Garrett. He's a youngster for the Cavaliers as well. I believe he's a sophomore. He plays golf and basketball.
1-1 to Garrett is swung on and missed. It's foul tipped in the glove of T.J. Lewis.
It's a high fastball right there, so if you're Garrett, you don't want to swing at that. You want to let that go. 2-1 count's a lot better count than 1-2.
Here comes a 1-2. It's going to be lined into center field. Jeffrey Johnson's going to come in and make the running play, so good play there. It's going to be the second out of the inning.
That was a good play right there, caught by Haga.
Oh, Haga moved to center, didn't he?
Yeah, Haga moved to center. Right here, Albany, he had a double last at bat, so maybe he can repeat that. Maybe Holston get a 2-out rally here. I mean, they desperately need something, and it looks like Cavaliers have number 11, Devin Keith, out there warming up in the bullpen, so, I mean, maybe they're thinking about making a pitching change already. Maybe saving someone for the district tournament as well.
Yeah, they definitely got to save some pitching.
In the region tournament, they do.
Chilhowie doesn't really have to worry that much. They just have to have quality pitching. They've got plenty of pitching.
They do.
First pitch to Albany is a strike, so we've got a 0-1 count, and the next pitch is on the way, low for a ball, so we're at an even 1-1 count.
Albany, he needs to get a base hit right here, maybe put a little spark in this Cavalier offense. They've got on base today, but they just haven't been able to do anything once they've got on base.
Yeah, Chilhowie's done a good job of holding them up once they get them on the base pass.
Their pitchers, they don't get quite as rattled as much as other pitchers do, as you would expect.
The third pitch is a ball on the inside, so we've got a 2-1 count. Here comes the 2-1. Inside swinging, so we're at an even 2-2 count for Albany.
Creasy's come out and he's pitched really well. I mean, he might be pitching a little bit better than Pierce does. I mean, it might be just because Holston's a little bit used to the faster Pierce throw, but
here comes the 2-2 with 2 outs. It's going to be grounded towards Sturgill at second base. Sturgill's going to come up, throw it to Sheets for the third out of the inning. So that's going to do it for Holston. They go down 1-2-3 in the top of the fourth. So Holston was not able to do anything right there at all.
They weren't able to do anything, and it's fourth inning. It's the bottom of the fourth now. I mean, Holston's only got 3 more at-bats. They really need to start getting something going if they want to win this game. I mean, Charlie's only got a 4-game lead, but they got some confidence now, so you'd expect him to come out here and get some more runs across.
Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen with Chilhowie as we go into the bottom of the fourth. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
All right, we're back here as Holston takes on Chilhowie. Chilhowie's leading the bottom of the fourth inning 4-0, and talk a little bit about Holston's schedule this year. Their non-district schedule consisted of Rye Cove, Twin Springs, and Twin Valley. They also played in a tournament. They played Montcalm, Graham, and they ended up playing Royal Treat Northwood in that tournament as well. And they did win all of those games, but I mean, not very strong of a schedule as most of the other teams in the district. I know Patchkin, they played some tough teams. Even George Wythe, they had a pretty tough schedule as well. So,
are you a little biased?
A little bit, but I mean, you know, it's to get better, you got to play better teams. So, I mean, Holston's they've had a really good season this year.
They haven't had very good showings against Chilhowie though. They got beat 15-4, 19-6.
See, I mean, it shows you when they play good teams what happens. So, you'd like to see them play a little bit better teams, maybe hone in on those skills a little bit.
Leading off this inning is Dalton Bennett, so we'll see what he does here. I mean, as the Warriors lead 4-0.
It's easy to play good when you have a 10-run lead, and Holston haven't had that much of a challenge in their non-district schedule. So,
yeah, Bennett is now.
Close games, they might struggle a little bit.
So we got a 1-1 count here on Bennett. Yeah, they've had a hard time against better teams, but they did get upset by George Wythe at home.
They did, and that was a really big upset. It shook up the standings.
It's going to be a ground ball hit to Crabtree over at first base. He's going to get Bennett out.
And I believe when they got upset, that was their first loss of the season. So
it was after the Patrick Henry game. Y'all played them well. You were up 8-1.
8-1, and they come back and ended up winning 9-8.
That was sort of like a precursor to what was going to happen later on.
It was.
Now batting is Corey Heath. He's moved over to third base after.
They lost by 7 runs to George Wythe, and it was at Holston. So George Wythe must have come out and played really well that game.
Yep, they would have liked to have had a showing like that against Chilhowie a couple nights ago. First pitch to Heath is a strike. So the 0-1 is on the way from Widener inside in the dirt for a ball.
Widener, I'm surprised he's still out there on the mound. They had Keith warming up in the bullpen. I mean, maybe they're thinking about throwing him out here in a minute, see if Chilhowie hurts him anymore right here.
1-1 is on the way. It's going to be a chopper hit high at the pitcher's mound. Looks like the runner's going to beat it out anyway. It's going to go over the first baseman's head, and now Heath is going to run to second base.
He might get to third base.
That chopper was hit so high that he was there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, right there, T.J. Widener, you just got to catch that ball, and you don't even try to attempt that throw. He was an off-balance throw. He just threw it over the first baseman's head. They end up giving the extra base. You just catch that thing and run it back to the mound.
Yeah, that just wasn't a very good start for Holston right there. Luck is is definitely not going their way.
On their side. They need to calm down a little bit and try to get things going.
You definitely don't want to have a double there on something that didn't even go. Well, it was on the air, but you wasn't going to get him out anyway.
He wasn't going to get him out. That was a good job to get over there in time. Just
got to take that one and hold it if you're Widener there.
There's a runner in scoring position. So
yeah, now we're back up to the top of the order with Pierce up. First pitch is in the dirt. Good block right there by Milhorn though to keep it to corral, or Barlow to corral it. So
there's one out in the top of the fourth inning. So
we've got a 1-0 as Heath gets his lead off second. It's going to be fouled off, so we've got a 1-1 count here.
Good pitch right there by Widener, keeping that ball low. I mean, he left that ball up in Jeffrey Johnson, and you saw what happened to it. So against this Trehowey team, you got to keep the ball low.
Yeah, Pierce wanted that one. You could tell. Here comes the 1-1 with one out and runner on second. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball hitting the gap between short and third. It's going to get into the outfield. They're going to send to Heath around to score. It's misplayed by the left fielder. And Heath is going to score right there. So it's going to be an RBI single for Tyler Pierce.
Yep.
And now the Warriors lead 5-0.
Probably not as hard of a hit as Pierce wanted, but run down that first baseline. He did a little fist pump. Maybe he's finally excited he got a base hit after going 0 for 2 to start the game off. Definitely not as well as he hit against George Whitehead. Started the game off with 2 doubles. So
yeah, you can't beat that start though, can you? He's going to check him over there at first base. He's not going to be able to get it.
Widener might have threw that. He might have had a chance to get him. It looked like Pierce was a little He's getting a pretty big lead over there at first base, and he's still.
And Pierce is going to go right here. It's going to be a play, but he's going to be safe.
Pierce had a really big lead right there. Widener needs a little bit of better job of holding him right there.
And Reed Sturgill right there. We'll see what he does here as he's
runner in scoring position again.
We got that runner in scoring position.
Pierce got a
1-0 count.
So single right here could score him.
Yeah, especially with you're back up to the top of the order and Forrest Haga is on deck. So here comes the 1-0 to Sturgill. It's going to be a ground ball hit to Conrad Thacker at shortstop. Thacker fields it and fires it over to Crabtree for the second out of the inning.
Pierce, last time that happened, he went to third and Thacker threw him out. So I guess he had second thoughts about that this time. That was the
exact same play.
Exact same play. Played it safe this time, which is a smart base run.
Exactly. The only difference was that ground ball was hit more towards second base. Thacker had to come
more risky for him to go on that one than that first one. I really wasn't sure what he was looking at right there.
Now batting is Forrest Haga. We'll see what Forrest does here with 2 outs and a runner on second. Anytime you can get Haga out, you'll definitely take it. Haga fouls off the first pitch, so he's down 0-1
today. So you're expecting him to get a hit. I mean, he's batting above 600, so I mean, the odds are on his size, which is not really going to say when someone's batting 1 for 2. So.
Oh yeah, we'll see what he does here though. 0-1 is on the way. Runner still on second. It's going to be inside for a ball, so 1-1 count.
Widener trying to jam him a little bit. Maybe ball slipped out of his hand a little bit. Not really sure. I believe he's calmed down a little bit after that grand slam. It's not affecting him too much, I don't believe.
Yeah, he's only given up 1 run this inning. Here's the 1-1. It's going to be lined out into right field.
That's a little blooper. That's down.
And it's going to get down. Looks like it's going to score. Pierce will score.
Right
Bobbled it around out there. Did Albany, so didn't go well. They're not fielding the ball clean out there in the outfield.
Because it's wet, I'm not sure, but I mean they just need to body it up and get it in quick. Trehowey's got a lot of speed, so.
And that was the RBI single. Now he's by Forrest Haga, and now batting is T.J. Lewis. Haga's still on first base right there, so we'll see what T.J. Lewis does here with 2 outs.
Speed and he steals too. And
Haga's gone. He's going to get in sliding safely. Wasn't really a play there. Bad throw.
Yeah, bad throw by
really right there by Barlow.
He might have had a chance at him too. I mean, Haga got a good jump, but Barlow got rid of it. Looked like they were expecting him to steal through a high fastball.
Chilhowie's been aggressive on the base pass this inning.
They have.
We'll see what TJ does here with a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch is on the way low for a ball, so 2-0 on Lewis.
Lewis hadn't had much to hit all day. He's been walked and hadn't had much
he had to line out to third base. So here comes the 2-0. inside for another ball, so 3-0 again.
Of course,
last time I said if we walked Lewis, it wouldn't be that bad, and then Jeffrey Johnson hit a grand slam. So.
I want to think twice about that one.
Yeah.
Looks like he might get walked again. I mean, 3-0 count. You don't expect him to have the green
3-0 is going to be grounded right at Conrad Thacker. Thacker fields it cleanly, fires it over to Crabtree for the third out of the inning. So Chilhowie pushes across 2 runs there and starting to widen out this lead.
Looks like Lewis did have the green light right there, and it wasn't as productive as Forrest Hagee the other night ago when he had a 3-0 count and hit that home run. But, I mean, it happens sometimes.
Yeah, you take that risk anytime you go. It's always good when you get a base hit.
It is. And Jeffrey Johnson's brother, Brett Johnson, he also played at Chilhowie, and he plays for Emory and Henry now. So it's a little bit trivia about Chilhowie's players in the college.
Oh, you got that Chilhowie program out, don't you?
I do.
That's where Lucas is getting all his interesting facts. You're about to outdo Coach Kaywood in interesting facts. He used to throw them down during basketball season. I don't know if you'll beat him, though.
I don't know. Well,
you hadn't had a long career. You just been a few games.
Just a few games. Here's another stat. The all-time leading hitter for Chilhowie has 116 career hits. It was Scott Pennington in the year 2008-2011, so there's a good little stat.
A little stat for the Warrior fans. We need a program. You need to get that started.
We need to get that started. That'd be nice to have.
It would be nice to have the history. Of course, we've got Tim Hayes back here. History with Hayes. That's where we get most of our stats
yeah,
from,
it
too.
Is.
Yeah. A little shout out right there. What'd you say?
I'll expect the check in the mail.
Oh, will you? He will.
How about the SEC baseball tournament? It's been going pretty well. Ole Miss got eliminated today by Alabama, and that's I guess that's tough for Dylan. He's going to Ole Miss in the fall, so
it hurt.
It's rough on him. And that's
I
their
knew you'd have to
second game they lost in the tournament and went into the 10th inning, so that's tough.
It did. As an Ole Miss fan, why'd you have to bring that up? I've had a good day. Leading off this inning for the Holston Cavaliers, we're back up to the top of the order. That's a good sign right there. Shane Milhorn, the left fielder, so we'll see what he does.
Ball low in the dirt right there by Creasy. Want to start the batter out with the strike, but he's unable to do so.
So now we're in the top of the 5th. Holston really needs to get something started here.
They do. They've only got 3 hits, no runs, and left
the
a lot
1-0
of
is
outside
for a ball, so 2-0 now. They need to get Milhorn on and move him over, at least get one across.
They got him on in the first inning with a double, but they were unable to do anything. It'd be nice for them to get a run right here.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2 today.
Boost their confidence level.
The 2-0 is outside for a ball, so we're at a 3-0 count.
I mean, even a walk right here to get him on base, it's better than nothing.
Here comes the 3-0 from Creasy. It's right down the middle for a strike. Milhorn was taken all the way.
Yeah,
Coach Matlock does not have as much confidence 3-0 in his hitters as Coach Robinson does.
No, he doesn't. And,
of course, when you're playing from behind, it's a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
And the 3-1
so
is
it paid off not having the green light right there.
Yeah,
could have been like Lewis and grounded out to the shortstop.
Milhorn is walked as the leadoff batter. Now batting is Conrad Thacker, the shortstop. We'll see what he does right here with Milhorn on first and no outs in the top of the 5th. They really need to push across a couple here. They're down 6-0 to Chilhowie here in the Hogo Tournament Championship game. Pickoff move by Creasy just to try to keep Milhorn thinking over there. So we'll see how that works
right
out.
Now,
as a
if you're
sequence.
Jason Matlock, 6-0, so you really need to get a run scored. So it wouldn't surprise me if maybe he did give Milhorn the steal.
First pitch to Thacker's a strike, so we've got a 0-1 count.
I haven't tested Lewis's arm today. Maybe it's getting a little cold. I wouldn't mind sending him.
Just go ahead and give it a chance.
See what happens.
0-1 pitch is on the way. Runner on first. Check swing. Lewis is going to appeal to the umpire. He didn't go, says the first base ump, so we're at a 1-1 count.
No outs, and we got Milhorn on first base. Big at bat right here for Conrad Thacker.
You got to move him over somehow.
You do. You need to move him over, and they've been unable to do that in the beginning of the game.
Creasy's going to wind up. Here's the pitch. It's going to be popped out right behind first base.
It's
going to be a foul ball as Caleb Sheets almost caught that over the
shoulder. He had a good jump on that ball.
He read that one pretty good. He's battling the sun over there.
He is.
It's always a bad place to be.
That's a good thing to have, though, having to battle the sun today. We expected it to rain a little bit, so it's nice to have that sun out.
Yeah, we haven't had much sun the past 3 or 4 days.
I haven't. This weather's been pretty unpredictable at times.
It's some of these storms came up from nowhere. So we've got a 1-2 count here on Conrad Thacker. Luckily, what we was expecting today either hasn't got here or we've dodged it.
Hopefully we've dodged it and it won't come and won't end up like Holston and Northwood the other night.
You know, you definitely want to see each team get a good chance, get a full game in.
And if Chilhowie can get these 3 outs and not give up any runs and then come in.
The 2-2 is lined into the gap. It's going to get down. Looks like Milhorn is going to round second, head to third. And Conrad Thacker is going to be in with a single.
It's a good base hit right there by Conrad Thacker.
Looked like a harder hit than what it was. A hard hit, but just sort of hit that wet grass and slowed down. So now we've got runners on first and third. We've got a meeting at the mound here for Chilhowie. Creasy. See what they're going to do with Creasy here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect him to pull him. He's pitching pretty good. I mean, they might throw someone else in there that don't let him have too many innings, not hurt his arm or anything. But I expect they'll leave him in there. Yeah, I think they're going to leave him.
Well, yeah, they're going to leave in Creasy. So now batting is T.J. Widener. We've got runners on first and third. Milhorn on third and Conrad Thacker on first.
They got no outs, so could be a big inning right here for Holston. Maybe put him back in this game a little bit.
You think you go ahead and send him right here on the first pitch? Send Thacker?
I wouldn't risk getting the out. I'd just see what Widener.
We got first and third here. You know, Chilhowie's going to be expecting something first and third.
I don't think if they do send him that Milhorn might get out at home plate. I mean, T.J. Lewis is a pretty good catcher. He's probably got a lot of experience at blocking the plate.
So nothing's going on the first pitch. It's in the dirt for a ball. Definitely don't want to walk Widener here and have the number 4 hitter Barlow up because today he's walked and he popped out to first, so he's due.
Yeah, especially with no outs right here. Hopefully Widener can get a hit too. He's due.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Widener sort of spun around. Yeah, he wanted that one bad. 1-1 count now. Runner still on first and third.
Corkscrewed himself into the ground on that one.
Creasy really isn't paying much attention to the runner, though.
He's not. I mean, you got 6-0 lead. That run right there at third base, it doesn't really matter. That's a good job right there by Widener stepping out, maybe breaking Creasy's concentration, get him out of that rhythm.
Yeah, so Widener calls time right there. We're going to reset here 1-1 with no outs for Holston's top half of the inning here in the 5th inning as they trail 6-0 to the Chilhowie Warriors. The 1-1 is swung on and missed on the outside corner for a strike, so we've got a 1-2 count.
And back to that Northwood-Holston game the other night. Northwood was unlucky in that they didn't get to finish the game, but because they weren't sure if they were going to make the region. Well, it turned out that they are going to make the region, so I guess a little bit of luck did come to their side.
Yeah, they got that bid right there. That's going to be a line drive hit in the outfield by Widener. That's going to score Milhorn, so that's an RBI single with no outs for T.J. Widener. So Widener's going to occupy first base, and now batting will be Dakota Barlow, and he's the catcher, and he's the cleanup hitter. So we'll see what he does here.
That's what
they're pushing those runners across now.
That's what Holston need, and we have a courtesy runner for the pitcher at first base now is number 7, Jesse Sizemore comes in to run for the pitcher.
Yeah, so he'll run for Widener right here.
Yeah, Widener's got some speed on him, but you just want to keep him in there and rest him up. So I guess they are going to keep him in there for another inning.
So we've got runners on.
Keith out there warming up.
So now it's 6-1 Chilhowie here in the top half of the inning, but Holston is threatening here. First pitch curveball to Dakota Barlow. So we've got an 0-1 count on him. He's really due for something big.
He needs a base hit right here. He hasn't had one yet, and I mean he get a double or even a single, it possibly could score the runner. So
yeah, we've got 0-1 count here. Thacker on second and Sizemore running for Widener on first. Barlow shows bunt but pulls it back for a ball, so it's going to be a 1-1 count.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to bunt. I mean, move over both the runners and you
got Austin Crabtree on deck. He's been hitting the ball hard lately,
He has
too.
been hitting the ball.
So the 1-1 pitch is on the way. Shows bunt again. He's going to get it down. It's going to be a close play. Creasy's going to look at third. He's not going to be able to get it. He overthrows.
That might score 2 runs. It's
going to score. Mistake here. Looks like got somebody called here between second and first. We got a collision at home plate. Collision at home plate as Sizemore ran in to T.J. Widener, trying to keep something from happening here. They're got to see what's going to happen here.
The benches are cleared, so this is interesting right here. As you're a runner,
Holston did get 1 run across. We'll see what they're going to do about Sizemore.
A big commotion going on right now. Hopefully nothing will happen. Both benches cleared. Both players came running out.
Something. The play at the plate always gets.
Yeah, you got to slide on that play. It's not the majors. You can't run the guy over. You have to slide.
Coach Thacker's down here talking to the umpire. And not really sure where Coach
umpire
Matlock
made the right decision in throwing him out. I mean, I don't think it hurt T.J. Lewis. He's a big kid, so I don't know why Charlie's so worried about it.
Yeah, so Sizemore is out of the game.
He's been thrown out of the game. That's a rule. You have to slide or you'll get thrown out of the game. As a catcher, I've had it happen to me before, so it's not fun.
Barlow's on with a triple, but he pretty much forced Sizemore to come home there.
Yeah, and get thrown out of the game. But they did score a run, so it's 6-2, and there's one out. So runner on third base could get another run right here. That's definitely something.
You lose a base runner. You lost that base runner, though.
Yeah.
So now you've got a runner on third base in Dakota Barlow, and now batting is a freshman, Austin Crabtree. But pretty much all he's got to do is put it in play. We'll have to see what Chilhowie does as far as defensive linemen. If they're up playing on the grass, they're going to play for the out of the plate. But being up 6-2, I don't really think they're going to worry about that run, but you never can tell.
You can't tell.
And one out here is...
Coach Robinson was a little upset with Coach Matlock. I'm not sure what he said to him, but he was a little upset. Matlock went back to third base, shaking his head a little bit, so I'm not sure what that was all about.
Yeah, we'll probably never figure out what that was
probably
about.
Probably won't,
but...
Sizemore.
Sizemore is ejected from the game, so...
And
he got thrown out on the play.
He
so
did. He will not be able to play. He will not be able to play the next game for Holston either, so that could hurt him. I mean,
especially
that'll be a region game, and now they've only got one substitute.
Now they've only got 9, or they've got 10 players.
Oh, 10 players.
Or 11
yeah,
players. I mean, Wes Roberts, you got the DH.
So. And they got Zach Gobble left on the bench, so definitely not anything good right there for Holston.
Definitely don't want to lose anybody. Short staff like that. Now batting is Crabtree. He's going to be up to bat here as we got the runner Barlow on third.
He'd certainly like getting their single right here. RBI single would be really nice right here for Crabtree.
We've got one out. First pitch is outside for a ball.
I expect Chilhowie to come out this next inning and have a little bit of fire about when they come up to the plate. Could be bad for Holston.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to. Chilhowie's dangerous enough when they're not angry about something, so we'll see how that works out in the bottom half of the inning. But right now we've got one out. Austin Crabtree fouls it off down the third base line here. He's a left-handed batter. We'll see what he does here. Now it's an even 1-1 count with one out. Runner on third, like I said, is Barlow.
And last at bat, I believe Crabtree, he singled, did he
Singled
not?
Up the middle. And then first at bat, struck out looking. So he's 1 for 2 today. We'll see what he does right here, though. The 1-1 with one out is away for a ball, so we've got a 2-1 count.
He had 2 hits the last game. Maybe he'll get 2 hits this game. It would really help Holston right here. It'd be a 3-run game.
Yeah, getting back to a reachable 3-1 game. I mean, 3-run game. 2-1 is fouled back, so now we're at 2-2 count.
Crabtree fights that one off a little bit. Needs to protect right here. Doesn't want to strike out again. Really needs to at least put the ball in play.
Yeah, I believe he can score him. Chilhowie's not really playing.
They're playing deep
on the grass, so they're playing normal. So
not too worried about this run.
So the 2-2 is on the way. They're going to trust Creasy to just go after him right here. Off-speed pitch in the dirt right there. So now we're at a full 3-2 count. Big at bat here for freshman Crabtree again. And he was able to get that hard single up the middle. We'll see what he's able to do right here.
Got Devin Keith on deck. He hasn't had any hits today, so maybe he'll get a hit.
Yeah, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So we'll see if he can dodge it. It's going to be an inside pitch right there by Creasy. It's going to be ball 4. And so now we've got runners on first and third. With Devin Keith coming up, he struck out both times. He definitely doesn't want to go in the hat trick right here with 3 strikeouts. Yeah. So we'll see what he does.
Good at bat by the freshman Crabtree right there. Not had a lot of experience on the varsity level, but seems to be proving himself today.
First pitch to Keith is in there for a strike, so we've got a 0-1 count.
I think Keith, he might be thinking too much, trying to do too much. He just needs to shorten up, relax, have a little bit of confidence in himself, and try to hit the ball opposite field.
Yeah, he's not made very much contact in the past 2 games.
He doesn't look very comfortable up there at the plate.
The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Now we've got a 0-2 count, and Creasy's really just going after Keith right now.
He is. 2 strikes, 1 out. I mean, if he does round out, there's a possibility of having a double play. Really don't want that to happen right now.
0-2 is on the way. Keith's going to fight it off, foul it off to keep it at 0-2, so he's battling in there.
He is battling. Creasy's, I wouldn't expect it wouldn't surprise me if Creasy came with the curveball right here down in the dirt. That's what I would throw right now. Don't
try to
give
get him
anything
chase it.
good to hit. You got 2 strikes on him. Don't give him anything not good
So
to
the
hit.
0-2 with runners on first and third with 1 out. This is a big pitch for Holston. It's going to be inside. They're going to say it hit Keith. So he's going to get first base there. Big pitch right there because now the bases are loaded. You had him 0-2, Creasy did. So now
see what Josh Ezell can do right now as he comes up to bat for the Cavaliers. Plays third base, wears number 1 jersey.
So now Holston can do some damage here.
They could do some damage with a big hit right here. I mean,
They've sort of built this inning. They've reloaded this inning after that collision at home
maybe
plate.
They can get a grand slam like Howie did. I mean, that would definitely turn the tables right now. Tie the ball game up.
Oh yeah, grand slams are always.
They're always nice.
2 in 1 game. 2 in 1 game.
That's
hard
unheard
to get.
of, though.
Yeah. Of course, we had 2 home runs last game. We had 3 home runs in the 2 games we did in the first round.
We did. It doesn't
happen often, especially 2 of them were by Howie.
Yeah, one of them was by Holston's pitcher right now. Oh.
First pitch by Ezell. First pitch to Ezell is going to be fouled off. He's very aggressive. If ever got a 0-1 count.
Like that one jumped up and might have hit him in the face a little bit right there. I'm not sure. Either hit him in the face or the head.
I think he's game on though, don't you?
Is.
Bases loaded. I definitely wouldn't want to come out right there.
No, I wouldn't either. Gives him a little bit of grit right now.
So we got the 0-1 here. Bases juiced. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be swung on and missed for strike 2. He overswung at that one, Josh Ezell did.
High fastball. I think he probably wants that swing back. Probably looks like a nice pitch when you're a batter up there with the bases loaded, especially.
Yeah, he thought he could get to that one. He's a little bit late, so we'll see what happens here. 0-2, 1 out, bases loaded in the top of the 5th inning. Ezell's going to call time and sort of get Creasy out of rhythm.
Good job right there by Ezell. He's a senior, so he's had a lot of experience up here at the varsity level. Creasy's kind of been in the rhythm right now, kind of fast pitching Holston a little bit, so see what they can do.
Yeah, we'll see what big time at bat right here by Ezell. So Holston really has built this inning, though. So
it has.
The 0-2 pitch here with 1 out is going to be high, but Ezell's going to be able to poke it into left field. 1 run's going to score. Coach Matlock's going to hold Austin Crabtree at third base.
I'm not really
So that's
sure.
going to be an RBI single.
That's a good hit right there by Ezell. I'm not sure how he hit that. That ball was up where he missed that last one, so it's good at bat right there by number 1.
So Holston has cut it down to a 3-run game, and they've got the bases loaded still.
And still only 1 out. So.
And still only 1 out, and we've had a lot go on this inning.
It's been a big inning.
This game's had a little bit of everything.
It has.
A grand slam, a collision at the plate, and now a comeback. So we'll see.
It's been an interesting game.
And we've got a mound. Well, T.J. Lewis has ran up to the mound and talked to Creasy.
Yeah,
Creasy's worked himself into a jam here. He's walked 2 batters this inning. So
maybe the designated hitter for Holston could come up big and get a big base rip right here.
I'd say this inning.
In the lineup.
Depends on how this inning continues from here, but I'd say this will be the last inning of work for Creasy.
I believe it probably will be. I'm not sure. They'll probably bring in Johnson. That's what I would say.
So new batter coming up, Peyton Garrett. He's going to be swinging on the first pitch foul.
I'm kind of surprised they
0-1 count.
Didn't leave Pierce in at least another inning. I mean, this is a big game for Chicago. If they lose, they may not be first place in the region. So it'd be really nice to be first in the region.
Yeah, especially get that. I don't know how the region works. How does it work? For top 2 get a bye? Or?
In the low division, they do. Top division, big division, they take 18.
So they do not get a bye, but they'll still have an easier path to the championship.
Oh, yeah, they won't have to play the tougher teams.
Exactly.
Second pitch is fouled off. We'll thank Tim Hayes for giving us that. We don't really look into the region. We're more.
Probably should.
We keep it local, don't we?
Yeah.
We don't stretch out that far. Got an 0-2 count here on Peyton Garrett with the bases still loaded, so a big hit changes things in a 6-3 game. Peyton Garrett's going to foul that one back, so he's going to keep it at 0-2.
It's a good way to batter out there by the young player.
Oh, yeah. The single in the gap right now, or anything in the gap right now, is going to be big. Because you got some speed right there.
You do have some speed. I mean, not at third base.
Well, that doesn't matter on the base hit.
Doesn't matter. That's true.
So we've got a 0-2 count again after the foul ball. So we'll see what happens here. Big time position here for Peyton Garrett. 0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. Curveball. So
it's a good pitch right there by Creasy. Left that. Looked like it was coming right down the plate. Broke outside.
And now batting is the number 9 hitter, Austin Almond. He's also the right fielder for this Holston team.
He doubled earlier in the game.
He doubled in the second inning, and he grounded out to second base in the 4th. He'll be He'll be up this inning, and he was up last inning. So Holston
double right now would be really big right here for Albany.
If Albany gets on, they will have batted around
because
they started this inning at the top of the order with Milhorn, who walked. And we'll see what happens here as Albany settles in. Here comes the pitch from Creasy to Albany. It's high for a ball, so we've got a 1-0 count.
Creasy needs to keep the ball low right here. Don't get hurt up. Maybe throw a curveball a little bit. Don't give Albany anything good to hit because the base hit right here would do a lot of damage.
Yeah,
base
hit
going to be
here.
going on contact, so going to have a pretty good jump.
The 1-0's on the way inside for a ball, and you'll definitely take a walk here.
Yeah, if you're Holston.
Get it back up to the top of the order. We've got a 2-0 count, bases loaded, 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning.
If you're Creasy, you really don't want to give up a walk right now. I mean, a walk's a run, so could be rough. And Conrad Thacker, he's coming up. Or not Conrad Thacker, but Shane Milhorn, and he's the leadoff hitter, so that's be really nice for Holston. He's also
get it back going again. Would be definitely something Chilhowie doesn't want to see. So 2-0. We'll have to see what Creasy does here, see if he's able to battle it back. This is about got to be a strike here. It's hard to battle back 3-0. 2-0 pitch is on the way. It's going to be fouled off by Albany, so Albany was going after that one. Got a little on top of it, drove it right in front of the plate.
It's a good pitch by Creasy, though, to get that strike in there. It's what he really needed.
So now we've got a 2-1 count. Yeah, 3-1's a whole lot easier to work with.
It is.
So TJ Lewis is going to call timeout and run out there and talk to Creasy. You can tell TJ's a leader for this team. He comes out and visits with the younger pitchers a lot.
He's been out there 3 or 4 times, maybe giving a little bit of word of advice, maybe what the hitter likes. I mean, he's been back there in the plate.
Yeah, he's been there, so he's been in the Hoagie for so long.
He has been there for a while. He knows. That's probably why he was an all-state catcher last year.
It helps to have somebody like that behind the plate, too. So we've got a 2-1 count. Here's Creasy. Is trying to work it back after going down 2-0. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Bases are loaded. He's going to try to
at first base.
He's going to throw it over there and see if he could try to get somebody picked.
That'd have been a tough way to end the inning if Azell would have got picked off right there.
Would have been a very happy Coach Matlock either.
No, that'd have been really frustrating. Azell's kind of getting a big lead, so I can see why they would do that.
The 2-1 is on the way. It's going to be grounded to the third baseman, Heath, and he's going to throw him out right there as Austin Albany grounds out to third. So after all that, Holston's only able to get across 2 runs.
Yep. So see what Chilhowie can do is come in here. Maybe they're a little fired up from that collision at home plate. Maybe that Holston scored a couple runs right here. Let's see what they're going to do.
We'll see what's up with Chilhowie as we go into the bottom of the 5th inning as Holston trails the Warriors 6-3.
Holston's going to be making a pitching change as Widener's going out to center field. So I expect that they'll bring in Keith right now. So.
And we'll see if they bring in Keith. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. Get ready to bring you the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the 2013 Hogo Baseball Tournament Championship between the Holston Cavaliers and the Chilhowie Warriors. The Warriors at 20-1 on the season are leading the Cavaliers, who were 17-3 this season, both respectively good records.
Yes.
But Chilhowie has won both the games in the series so far for the regular season. They won 15-4 and 19-6, but tonight, or at least this afternoon, they're beating the Cavaliers 6-3. So Chilhowie's holding on to that lead as we go in to the inning for Chilhowie. We've got a pitching change. We have toe in the rubber here, Devin Keith. So
he
Keith
was playing center field, and him and Widener switched positions, so Widener's in center field now. And also out there in the bullpen for Chilhowie, looks like Forrest Haig is warming up, so you think maybe Creasy's day might be done, might be bringing in Haga to finally get the close and shut out Holston. See what happens right now.
And leading off for Chilhowie will be Jeffrey Johnson, so he hit 214 last year.
And he had the grand slam last at bat, so
yeah, he's
see what he
2
does
for 2 tonight. So on that single, and then he hit the grand slam. Let's see what he does here, though.
It's a tough batter for Keith to face. I mean, for the first batter of the day, so could be advantage Johnson.
You don't want to pitch somebody who's hit a home run already today.
And
so Holston trails 6-3. Here's the first pitch to Johnson. It's a strike on the inside corner. So 0-1 count as Johnson looks at the first pitch.
Johnson's been a little bit impatient right here, maybe making Keith come to him.
Here's the 0-1. It's going to be grounded to Azell at third base, foul. So it's going to be a 0-2 count, a quick 0-2 count on Jeffrey Johnson.
On Johnson. So
Johnson sort of reached out of the zone to get to that when he's out in front of it. He reached to the far side of the plate and was able to pull it back, but he was way out in front. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be grounded to Azell.
Ooh,
bad hop is going to go over Azell's head and roll out in the outfield. The grass is just going to kill it right there in front of the outfielder.
It's a big hop right there. Maybe hit that lip right there by third base. That's tough for a third baseman. I mean, he could have had that out and just changes the game. It's a single now.
And there's a leadoff single there on the bad hop.
That's
for Jeffrey Johnson.
He's 3 for 3 now today, so
yeah,
he's having a really
two
good
singles
day at the
and a grand slam.
Here comes Creasy, the pitcher for now, even though I suspect that Forrest Hay is probably going to come in and replace him.
Yeah, here shortly. Creasy's going to bump, but it's going to go foul. So we got an 0-1 count here on Dustin Creasy. He hit .346 last year.
Pretty good.
Good numbers.
He's a senior this year too, so they're going to miss him.
So we've got a 0-1 count here. Runner on first is Johnson.
Ooh.
He's going to bunt it, and he's going to bunt it out there. There's nobody on first to back pick Johnson, so they're not going to be able to get him out.
That's tough when you're up the bat and you get that kind of. But I mean, that's frustrating to the coach. Azell, he had that the other night against Northwood, but luckily Austin Robbins dropped it on the mound and weren't able to turn to, even though they did get one out at second base.
I already forgot about that play, but that was a good.
That could have been a double play. That would have been a big play for Northwood if they'd been able to make that play.
So on the bunt, pop out right there by Creasy. Johnson stays on first, and now batting is Caleb Sheets. Sheets looks at the first pitch, and it's a ball. So now we've got a 1-0 count. Jeffrey Johnson still on first. Keith is going to look over to see if Johnson's going to.
Johnson's got a little bit of speed. It wouldn't surprise me if he got a steal right here. He's another young star not exactly young. He's a junior, so he'll be a rising senior. He might be a leader next year for the Warriors.
1-0 pitch is outside on the left-hander Sheets. Sheets is going to rip the 2-0 down toward the concession stand. So
foul ball
got a 2-1 count.
Sheets home in his last game. Maybe he's looking to do the same right now. It's a pretty big swing right there by the lefty.
He has Johnson over here on first base. Second, that pitch swinging. So we've got a 2-2 count, one out in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Sheets wanted that one right there. He kind of corkscrewed himself on the ground, smiling as he walks back into the batter's box, knowing that he might have missed that one.
Yeah, Sheets drove in 22 runs last year, so pretty good total for somebody who concentrates. He's got to concentrate a lot on his pitching, too. Sheets is going to pop it up out to left field. Looks like Milhorn's going to settle under it for the second out of the fifth inning. So Chilhowie looks like they might be stalled right here in this inning. Not going to be able to score, and that would be
Holston,
big.
Coming in knowing that they can stop him and shut him down.
So now batting is Dalton Bennett. He's a left fielder, so we'll see what Dalton does here with 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth for Chilhowie. And Johnson, after the leadoff single off the bad hop, he's still stranded over there on first base. First pitch strike to Bennett.
Keith's come out here, and he's been really composed on the mound and throwing strikes. He's pitching really well right now.
And yet again for Holston next inning, they're going to start with the top of the order again.
They are.
Looks right like here. Bennett's going to hit a little chopper towards second base. It's going to be fielded by Conrad Thacker. Thacker will step over on second base and force out Johnson as he's on his way from first.
Good job by Thacker right there, knowing where he's at on the field, knowing that he just has to step on the bag to.
And that's going to do it for the Chilhowie Warriors here in the bottom of the fifth. We're going to head into the top of the sixth with the Holston Cavaliers coming up to bat, and the Cavaliers trail the Warriors 6-3. Hello and welcome back to Patrick Henry High School, host of the 2013 Hogo Baseball Tournament. We're in the championship game here. Chilhowie leads the Holston Cavaliers 6-3. And Lucas, we had some changes there. We've got a new pitcher on the mound, Forrest Haga. Go ahead and call off some of the defensive changes we've got here for
Haga
Chilhowie.
comes to the mound. He's hoping to shut down Holston right here as Creasy. They kind of hit him around a little bit. Creasy will move into left field, and the left fielder, Dalton Bennett, he moves to right. And Jeffrey Johnson moves back into center field, which is where he started the game at. So not too unfamiliar positions for these players.
They're just sort of moving on back to where they are.
Creasy, he started the game out in left field too, so it's kind of normal for most of these players.
And leading off the top of the sixth here for the Holston Cavaliers will be Shane Milhorn. He's a leadoff hitter anyway, so that's a position he's used to, especially for the second inning straight.
Exactly.
So it'll be Milhorn followed by Thacker, and then T.J. Widener will be in the hole. So
some stats for Hogo last year pitching. He went 3 for 1 and had a 2.90 ERA, so he's been a reliable pitcher for the Warriors too in the past few years.
Yeah, he's mostly a reliever last year as they sort of brought him in.
He's a good asset to have. He comes in and he throws the ball hard.
Yeah, he's a good hard-throwing right-hander, so we'll see him right here as we get ready to start the top of the 6th inning. And I think it helps Holston. They're back up to the top of the order. So.
Yeah, and Lewis is out there having a little conversation with Hogo. Not sure about what. It looks like Coach Matlock's having a conversation with the home plate umpire, Jeb Stewart.
Unless he was making a change or two, I'm not really sure. I don't know if Coach Matlock made any changes or not, but
so hopefully Milhorn can get started like he did earlier in the game with the double. So
yeah, we'll see what Milhorn does right here as he steps into the batter's box.
Holston gets a couple more runs across right here. Put a lot of pressure on Johann. They got a 3-run lead right now, but unable to score in the bottom of the 5th inning. So it'll be big inning right here for Holston.
A new pitcher coming in. We'll see how. Must have a lot of faith in Forrest Hogo.
I would if I was a coach. See what Holston can do if they can.
First pitch to Milhorn, outside corner, low for a ball. So we've got a 1-0 count on Forrest Hago's first pitch.
Holston can
what?
Can change to the different style of pitching. Hago throws a lot faster than Creasy.
Oh yeah,
he's also a lot bigger on the mound. Might be a little more intimidating to the Cavalier hitters.
Got a 2-0 count now. 3-0 now as the 2-0 is in the dirt.
Hago's not starting off too well. Maybe
he's
having a little control
issues here early. But first batter of the inning, Milhorn, he walked last inning first.
So Milhorn's what is he? He's 2 for 2 today. 2 for 2, double and a triple.
2-1 is on the way, swing and a miss. So we're at an even 2-2 count.
So pretty good pitch right there by Hogo.
We'll see what happens here. 2-2 as Hogo goes into the windup. Here's the pitch. Curveball high for ball 3, so we got a 3-2 count.
Hogo should have held on to that ball a little bit longer as a high curveball. Maybe he didn't get as many reps as he would like to down there in the bullpen.
3-2 is on the way. It's going to be a fastball hit out to dead center. It's like the center fielder, Creasy.
That's Johnson out there in center field.
Settles
back
under
against the fence and makes the catch. So
hard hit ball.
Hard hit ball, especially for 2 strikes on you.
So that's a fly out to center field right there for Shane Milhorn, first out of the inning, and that was the leadoff batter. Now batting is Conrad Thacker, the shortstop.
So Hogo comes up, and after throwing 2 straight balls, he comes back and is able to get the leadoff hitter out.
Let's see what Conrad Thacker does here. Holston needs to at least they got to get some runs. And
they do. They've only got 2 more. We've got 5 more outs, so starting to get close to the end of the game, so they need to start doing something a little bit more. I mean, they had a good inning last inning. They need to build on that.
First pitch was a strike to Thacker. Second pitch is popped up behind third base. It's going to get down there on a diving attempt by Tyler Pierce.
That was a good hustle right there by Pierce. Just unable to get that ball. That ball was hit off the end of Thacker's bat. Maybe he was a little bit early.
So that's a good single right there by Conrad Thacker. You couldn't have placed that any better. So now batting is T.J. Widener. We'll see what they do here. They got 1 out, runner on first in the top of the 6th inning. And they've really contained Chilhowie.
They have contained Chilhowie. I'm surprised Chilhowie came out after they hit that grand slam. I was really surprised at how Holston reacted to that, not getting too out of whack and crazy and keeping their composure and playing good.
And this has been a fairly clean game.
It has. There's only been 1 error apiece by each team, so it's been a pretty good defensive game.
First pitch to Widener's in the dirt for a ball.
But all the pitchers have all had their trouble, so Chilhowie's now on their 3rd pitcher, which is a little surprising.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to go through so many, so they have to be a little bit worried about this Holston team.
They do.
Of course, both of these teams are into their postseason and the rest in the regional stuff. So
this game might mean a little more Chilhowie than it does Holston, I do believe.
So we've got a 1-0 count here. Hogo comes to the plate, low for a ball. So we've got a 2-0 count.
Not that it doesn't mean anything to Holston. I mean, it would be nice to go home with the Hogo District Tournament Championship trophy. in your hands.
Yeah, you always like to have a little bit of gold, right?
You do.
I'm going to try to pick off Thacker, but they're not going to be able to. So
I don't know
still
why
got a
Thacker,
2-0 count.
he still hasn't got down all day. I don't know why he's not getting dirty. Better watch out, he's going to get picked off here in a minute.
Got a 2-0 here as Thacker gets his lead. Pitch is on its way, low, but called a strike, so we've got a 2-1 count now on T.J. Widener.
A big pitch right there by Haga. Don't want to give a 3-0 count to the hitter, forcing a walk, then that'd put a runner in scoring position.
Now we've got the 2-1 is going to be popped up out to center field. Looks like the center fielder Johnson is going to work his way over. As the ball drifted on him.
It drifted
and he's going to record the out right there. So that's the second out of the inning. And then Conrad Thacker's still on first base.
Looked like the same pitch that Haga threw before, but got the hitter out there on his front foot and got him to pop up and get the easy out at center field. See what Barlow can do now.
Yeah, now batting's Dakota Barlow. He's the catcher. We'll see what he does still.
Batted cleanup hitter, and not to my knowledge, he hasn't batted cleanup all year, so it might be a little bit different for him today.
And Barlow's walked, popped up to first, and hit a triple. The triple was the big firecracker of the last inning. It was,
because, wasn't for him, then number 7,
Sizemore
may not have gotten thrown out. I mean, it was kind of a base run blunder.
The 1-0 is low for another ball, so we're at a 2-0 count.
Don't think.
Yeah, Sizemore really. Either way, you were going to get an out right there, unless you got lucky. So it was one of those situations.
Barlow wasn't really aware that the base runner stayed, and wasn't really aware where the ball was.
We've got a 2-0 count, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Holston's Dakota Barlow's up to bat. He takes the 2-0. It's on the outside corner for a strike, so we've got a 2-1 count. Thacker still over there on first base.
2 straight strikes for Forrest Haga in the same spot when he's had a 2-0 count, so likes that outside corner a lot.
2-1 again, high for a ball, so 3-1 count.
Forrest Haga's risking walking a runner in the scoring position with 2 outs. Could have a little 2-out rally here for the Cavaliers.
And on deck is Austin Crabtree.
He's had a big day today.
He has. He's walked once, struck out looking, and had that line drive into dead center.
So Crabtree, he might get a hit right here.
Barlow's going to walk right there as that ball's in the dirt.
They got a little bit of speed on base right now, so Crabtree get a hit right here. Could be big for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, Holston trails the Chilhowee Warriors 6-3. Here we've got 2 outs. Young player and Crabtree up to bat. Runners on first and second. We'll see how it pans out here as Haga gets his sign.
Haga not really too worried about the base runners right now, I don't believe.
Haga's coming to the plate. Outside corner for a strike as Crabtree takes.
He's got 2 outs right now. He really just needs to focus on this hitter and get a strikeout.
We've got the 0-1 count here to Crabtree. And here's the pitch. Crabtree swinging on a high one on the outside corner.
Right there's
Crabtree.
So
we've got an 0-2 count.
Over shows 8 lack of experience right there. You don't really want to help the pitcher out. I mean, he's had trouble throwing strikes. To start the batters off with is start 2 batters in a row with a 2-0 count.
0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3, so Chilhowee dodges some giving up some runs right there. So got out of a jam
right there and struck out the batter. That's really what he needed to do. So Chilhowee may only have, this could be Chilhowee's last at bat, so it'd really be nice for them to get some insurance runs because Holston doesn't do anything next inning. Game's over.
So we're going to go into the bottom of the 6th inning with the Warriors of Chilhowee leading the Holston Cavaliers 6-3. We're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back. Come back. We've got a 6-3 Chilhowee Warrior lead as the Warriors are getting ready to come up to bat here in their half of the 6th inning. Lucas, you got a stat for us?
I do. Earlier, the last game actually the last game of the year for Chilhowee and for Holston, Chilhowee ended up winning 19-6, and a good stat right there. Forrest Haga, he had 2 home runs in that game, so he had a big game at the plate that day. He's also pitching right now for him, able to get that strikeout and get Chilhowee out of the inning without giving up any runs.
That's definitely. Forrest Haga is definitely an impact player.
Yeah,
he
led
that
offense
team.
to 19 straight unanswered runs. So
it's hard to give impact players in baseball as you can in basketball, but Forrest Haga can definitely change.
I mean, when you look at his stats this year, I mean, just monstrous numbers, especially his batting average. I mean, that's just like, that's insane. You don't really see that at all in high school, and especially in college or the majors. I mean, that's never ever happened before.
Well, it looks like we've got a batter coming in for Corey Heath here, I believe.
So. Yeah, played first base the other day for the Warriors. He's got a pretty good at bat. He's pretty strong. Dalton Armstrong, number Number 33 is coming up to bat, so see what he can do. Maybe he's homered a couple times this year, so hopefully he can come out here and get a big hit right here for the Warriors.
Yeah, Armstrong will be hitting for Corey Heath, so we'll see how that goes. As Heath is the number 9 hitter, and we'll get back up to the top of the order.
It is something hard to do, is come out here and pinch hit after being cold on the bench. And Keith, he had a pretty good outing last inning, so Armstrong, see what he can do.
And here's Keith's first pitch, swing and a miss.
Armstrong looked like he was a little bit early on that pitch.
So we've got a 0-1 count on the Warrior. Well, he's usually the Warrior first baseman. Right now he's just a pinch hitter.
See what Keith can do right here, maybe get him out.
Here's the 0-1 pitch by Keith Armstrong. It's off speed, swing and a miss, so 0-2. Quick inning here by Holston, definitely.
That'd be big. So Armstrong's having a little bit of difficulty picking the ball up, and it really would be good because they really need to get back in that dugout. Looks like there's a storm might be coming in over here.
We've got a 0-2 count here on Armstrong. The pitch is on the way outside for a ball, so trying to get him to chase there.
Not a bad spot
especially
to miss right there.
when you got a pinch hitter coming out there, usually aggressive, want to come out swinging.
0-2 count. He hadn't seen any pitching all day, so that's not a bad place to miss right there for Devin Keith.
Now we've got a 1-2 count. We'll see what Keith what pitch he wants to go with here. Here's the 1-2 pitch, down and low for a ball on the outside corner, so 2-2 count. Yeah, Keith has put in he put in a good inning last inning, so
he did,
he's wanting to definitely keep that going.
He does,
into
especially
this
to hold Chohaui, because Holston really need to get back in there.
2-2's outside, and he's worked it back to a full 3-2 count. So good at bat by Dalton Armstrong.
And Holston's only got one at bat left, so they really need to hold Chohaui right here, because they've got 3 runs to score, and that could be tough to do in one inning, especially when you got Forrest Haga out there on the mound.
Keith's going to end up walking Armstrong, so he worked it to 3-2, and now Corey Heath is going to come back in on the base pass for Armstrong. So Heath is back in the game after the walk issued there to Armstrong.
Armstrong, he's only a junior, and he's had a pretty good at bat this year, so he should be a pretty big leader in the offense next year for the Warriors.
Now batting for the Warriors will be Tyler Pierce. Hit .463 last season with 18 RBIs. We'll see what he does tonight. He's singled for an RBI, grounded out to second, lined out to short. So
Pierce is he's also a junior, so. And I believe he started on bar since he was a freshman, so he's been a really good player for the Warriors.
Yeah, he's one of those key pieces that they've had to have.
He got the start on the mound today, so.
The first pitch to Pierce is grounded hard to Thacker. It's misplayed. Thacker stayed on his heels right there. Wasn't really very aggressive in coming up and charging that.
Pierce kind of hit that off the end of the bat. Didn't hit it really hard. Pierce needs to run at that, or not Pierce, but Thacker needs to run at that ball and make a play.
Yeah, you had the chance there, maybe getting a double play, but Thacker was
at least getting the lead runner at second base, keeping someone from getting the scoring position.
Now Chilhowie's really in a great position here with no outs, runners on first and second. They lead 6-3 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. So that's the second error of the day for Holston.
Sturgill steps up. He's also a senior, so the Warriors probably going to miss him next year.
Yeah, Sturgill hit .295 last year. Sturgill's going to bunt. Good play right there by Keith.
I'm not sure
jumping
what's wrong.
Up and catching that, and the bunt was not able to be put down. Got popped up for the out.
Second time today that a Chilhowie batter's bunted the ball in the air like that. I'm not sure. They must not work on that too much in practice.
Either that or they're just not executing.
That's very true.
So that's the first out of the inning there. Big time break right there caught by Holston.
It is a big time
Keith
break.
was able to get to that one and get the out. So that's
Forrest
one
Haga,
out.
Also a senior, he steps up to the plate. See what he can do today. He's had a pretty good day.
Yeah, Haga's going to pop it up into left field. Looks like Milhorn's going to come running in for it. Well, Conrad Thacker's going to call him off. That's going to be the second out of the inning. So
big out right there for the Cavaliers. Got 2 outs now. Maybe they can get out of this inning without giving up any runs.
So that's 2 straight outs after the walk and error. So pop outs, but both of them were pop outs. One was on the bunt and one was on the last play. Now batting is T.J. Lewis. He's the catcher. He drove in 30 runs last year and he hit .525.
Yeah, he's a big offensive threat for the Warriors. I mean,
and runners on first and second too. Here's the first pitch, right off speed for a strike. So good
Lewis
pitch.
Hasn't had much to hit all day today, so he's really looking for that pitch he can pick out and drive.
Yeah, Lewis is just sort of. He hadn't really, well, like you said, he hadn't really had a pitch to hit.
He hadn't. Maybe he can do something right now. He's also used to play golf, so he's stuck with hitting the ball. Hasn't played many other sports, so he's really focused on baseball, and it's really taken his
really
advantage.
Focused,
he's a really good, polished player.
0-1 is on its way. It's fouled back down the first base line.
Good
so
discipline
0-2.
right there. If he wouldn't have swung at that, it would have been in there for a strike. I mean, Gonna throw a strike, might as well get your money's worth. Get up there and hack.
Yeah, we'll see what Lewis does here. This is a big-time pitch right here. 0-2, runners on first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. So definitely could use some insurance runs, Chilhowie could. T.J. Lewis goes down looking, so backwards K is going to do in the Warriors here as we head into the top of the 7th. The Warriors lead the Holston Cavaliers in the Hogo Baseball Tournament Championship 6-3. So we'll see what's going to happen here in the top half of the inning. We'll be right back. And welcome back. This is Dylan Hutton along with Lucas Rector from PHTV Sports. We're hosting the broadcast for the 2013 Hogo Baseball Tournament. We're here in the championship game. The Warriors of Chilhowie lead the Holston Cavaliers 6-3 as we head into the last inning for Holston to do anything. The 7th inning,
really
we'll see what they're going to do here.
Come through right here and get some hits. They got, I believe they got the pitcher right now, number 11, Devin Keith, and he ended the inning with a strikeout, which is really big, striking out Chilhowie's cleanup hitter, T.J. Lewis.
It looks like the weather's starting to turn a little bit bad right here behind us towards Emory.
So it looks
big
like
big dark cloud.
Hopefully, we got last inning, so hopefully it'll stay off and let Holston finish this game out. So if Chilhowie gets 3 quick outs,
they don't want to feel like Northwood.
Yeah.
So we got a 3-run game here, 6-3 in the top of the 7th. Now batting Devin Keith.
Yeah, could be the final 3 outs of the game. So Chilhowie really needs to, or Holston really needs to be smart about their at bats.
Yeah, it's either 3 runs or 3 outs at this point.
That's true.
Use your outs wisely, right?
Yeah, exactly.
First pitch to Keith is on the outside for a ball, so we've got a 1-0 count from Haga. Here comes the second pitch down inside for another ball, so 2-0 count. And if you're Haga, maybe walking him wouldn't be that bad with the weather that's coming.
That's very true.
Play the weather card.
Just take your time. I mean, because if it does come, they do call the game. The game's going to be called over.
The 2-0 is popped up right behind third base. Creasy's going to run at it. He's going to make a diving play. He's not going to be able to get to it.
Good effort right there by Creasy. He's giving all he's got trying to get that out. He almost got there, too.
He almost was able to get to that one. Now we've got a 2-1 count here on Devin Keith. He's been pitching the last couple innings for the Holston Cavaliers. Put in a couple of good innings of relief after the T.J. Widener start. And really all T.J. did was that one mistake in the second inning on the grand slam.
Yeah, because otherwise it'd be a lot different game right now.
Or third inning on the grand slam. I got the inning wrong. But yeah, Widener, he's one out away right there. So now we've got a 3-1 count after that pitch goes off the plate there to the outside. So the left-handed batter Keith here's got a chance to get on base here and give the
3-1 count. So hitter's count. So Keith should get something good to hit right here.
It's going to be in the dirt for a ball. So now we've got an opening inning walk and
big walk right there for the Cavaliers. Away get on base. Devin Keith's got a little bit of speed, so Azell gets a base hit right here. Keith could possibly get third base, even score.
And now batting is Josh Azell, the third baseman. Looks like Coach Robinson's going to come out for a mound visit. Might as well with the weather looking like it is.
Trying to stall maybe a little bit, trying to force what happened the other night to Northwood Cavaliers. Northwood Panthers. Apologize.
Yeah, that's all right.
Looks like Robinson's walking back, and Haga's getting focused and wanting to get some outs right here.
Yeah, they definitely don't want to be walking anybody else, even though the weather does look pretty bad out here behind us.
Has been an exciting game today too, as well. I mean, been a lot of things happening.
Pouring rain in Abingdon,
so it's coming this way. So hopefully it'll just hold off just a couple more minutes.
That's not what Chilhowie's saying, though.
That's very true.
So Azell's up to the plate here. He's got a fresh count. He about gets hit.
If you're Azell right there, you want to get on base.
That's a free base.
One in the head, that's rough.
Yeah, that's one of those you got to weigh what means more to your head or the base championship game here. So we've got a 1-0 count here as Keith gets his lead. Here comes Haga to the plate right down the middle for a strike.
Good pitch right there by Haga. That might have been Azell's pitch to hit right there. I mean, he left that over the plate, but he was really needing a strike. He was struggling a little bit.
So good now we got a 1-1 count here. No outs. Runner on first. Azell swings and misses.
Another big pitch by Haga. Got a 1-2 count now. No outs. I mean, strikeout's big. Even a double play would be even bigger right now for the Chilhowie Warriors.
Yeah, Azell's 1 for 3 today with a pop out, a strikeout, and an RBI single. So we'll see what he does here. 1 and 2. 1-2 pitch. He's going to reach out here and get it. He's going to be fouled behind us here in the booth. So still stuck at a 1-2 count.
Jarvis Azell stay in there and fight a little bit.
It's just
seeing more pitches gives you a better chance of getting a good hit right here.
Yeah, the more you can work Haga into throwing more pitches.
Might cause him to make a mistake.
The 1-2 pitch is on the way. It's going to be grounded down the third baseline foul. So we're going to restart again here, 1-2.
Still battling, so he's being tough up there at the plate.
That would be bad for Holston to load the bases or something,
it would be.
A bolt of lightning come down.
That would be a tough way to end it.
But right now we've not seen anything that bad yet. So just a bunch of dark clouds.
It could be a 2-run game right now.
The 1-2 pitch is chased in the dirt. We got the runner picked. Well, they got the runner picked here. He's going to take off to second base. Low throw by Lewis is not going to be able to be caught. So they could have got a double play right there.
Could have. Lewis made a bad throw right there. Held onto the ball just a little bit too long. Should have thrown it a little bit sooner.
So Azale strikes out swinging.
Heads up play by Lewis, though, to realize that runner was off the base and not just throw it to first base because he probably would have been safe at second, even though he still is.
Azale sort of put Keith in a bad position right there, though, because if it's in the dirt, if everybody knows listening, if it's in the dirt, the batter has the opportunity to try to take first right there if he's swinging.
And Lewis did a good job of getting out there.
Azale really didn't run. I mean, he never really showed any attempt to go. Of course, in a game like this, if you strike out and you got a catcher like Lewis, that's not going to be a factor much. But now batting is Peyton Garrett. First pitch was a ball to Garrett. We've got the runner Keith on second base. Here comes the 1-0 delivery by Haga. It's going to be fouled off down the first base line.
That was a good way to think. Opposite field right there for Garrett. He gets that ball down the right field line. That definitely scores Keith.
Yeah, now we've got a 1-1 count here on Peyton Garrett. A couple base hits here, and Holston could be in business.
They definitely will be.
1-1 here on the outside corner is a ball, so 2-1 count.
Haga's really working that outside corner, wanting to get some strikes.
As Haga's battling here, and Holston's racing the weather, but they've got to score 3 runs.
They do. They need to score 3 runs, and they've only got 2 more outs left in them.
2-1 outside corner for a strike, even 2-2 count. 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. The Cavaliers of Holston trail the Warriors in this championship game 6-3, so they've got 2 outs left to get 3 runs. They've got the runner on second base.
Big pitch right here for both teams.
Here's the 2-2 in the dirt for a ball, so we're at a full 3-2 count. And Austin Almany's on deck, so that'll be a big pressure situation.
Yeah, he had a double, and then we're back to the top of the order. And it looks like we got a pinch hitter in there. Zach Gobble looks like he's going to get an at-bat in there for Almany. I'm not really sure what.
Looks like Garrett's going to pop this one up into right field to Bennett. That's going to be the second out of the inning. So the 3-2 pitch opposite field is popped out.
Holston's down to their last out with Zach Gobble up to bat. I'm not sure what Coach Matlock's thinking right here, if he's just wanting to get the kid some at-bats. But, I mean, Almany, he hasn't done that bad at the plate today. I just assume leave him in there and let him get another AB. He's seen pitching today, and it's hard to come off the
he's got
bench
the double.
And be a pinch hitter.
He's got the double and the 2 ground outs.
He does. As you've seen Dalton Armstrong, he tried to come in for Chihowie, and he wasn't able to do anything. So it's tough to do.
Especially coming in
the last out of the game.
A big-time situation right here with.
Yeah.
So we've got the pinch hitter Zach Gobble coming in for Austin Almany with the runner on second, Keith.
Could be the end of the game right here for the Cavaliers.
Yep, they trail 6-3.
Hogo District Tournament Championship.
Here comes the opening pitch of the bat. It's going to be swung on and missed. It was a late swing right there, but Zach Gobble, and that's something that's expected whenever he's coming out of the dugout, just right there fresh and coming in, especially in the 7th inning.
If you're Hager right now, you're feeling pretty confident pitching to a pinch hitter.
The 0-1 is a strike. The runner steals third. Keith is on safely at third. So.
Good jump right there by Keith. It doesn't look like Hager was paying too much attention to him. Maybe forgot about the runner a little bit. That was a good jump right there by Keith. I believe that's the first stolen base all day by the Cavaliers, and that was the third base. So.
But the even bigger thing right there was that was the second strike of that bat. So Gobble's down to his last strike. Haga delivers there on the pitch inside for a ball.
That's close right there. If you're Gobble, you want to stay in there and take that one. I mean.
So now we're 1 strike away from Chilhowie notching a Hogo District Championship. Tournament Championship. They've already
got the regular season.
Yeah, they've got the regular season.
See what they can do now. Here comes Haga.
Here's the pitch. Strikeout looking. So the Warriors of Chilhowie are going to win the Hogo Tournament Championship. Forrest Haga gets Zach Gobble swinging. Tim Hayes has left the building. It's about to start raining.
It is about to start raining. The game looks like it ended just in time. So that was a good game as the Chilhowie Warriors win the game 6-3. Chilhowie had 8 hits. Holston had 7, so not much difference in offense. Holston did have 2 errors, so tough game for the Holston Cavaliers.
Holston falls to 17-4 on the season. The Warriors of Chilhowie go up to 21-1, so a big time. They get over 20 wins this season already, so they've hopefully got a long road.
Luckily for both of these teams, their seasons are not over. Most of them are going to the region tournament, so it's good for.
So the district champions and tournament champions, Chilhowie Warriors, have had a very successful season.
For Chilhowie, since they won this game, now they are first in the region, so big win for the Chilhowie Warriors, and I guess that'll put Grayson County as second in the region. So.
And let's give some props to Holston for what they were able to do today.
They played a good game. I mean, considering they haven't showed very
Take that grand slam off the scoreboard.
It's a different ball game.
I know. It's a new ball game if you take that grand slam off.
It was a good game anyways, and had a lot happen. And if Sizemore, maybe he wouldn't have got out at home plate. I mean, maybe he would have scored. That puts a little more pressure on Chilhowie.
And right now we're getting ready to have the trophy presentation. We're getting ready to shut down this broadcast. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Like we said, the Warriors of Chilhowie have won this game 6-3. They won the district tournament championship, and we wish them luck along with Northwood and Holston to represent the Hogo here as we get deeper in the postseason into their respectable regions.
So, it was a good game by both teams. They both showed up to play, and they played really well.
And this was our last broadcast as far as we know, but if we do the softball game, they have a region game here soon.
Yeah,
Depends on.
There's also still the softball varsity Hogo Tournament Championship game to be played.
Saturday, most likely, because the graduation dates are sort of throwing everything out of order. And that's something we'll just have to let you know about that. We might let you know. We might be able to broadcast that one on.
Hopefully.
We'll put that one on HogoHiggy.com. Look in the forum and do that. But good luck to all our teams as they go further into region play. From Dylan Hunt and Lucas Rector, and what is most likely our last broadcast of the year. Thank you all for listening in to us, and we'll hopefully do this again later on down the road.
Hopefully we will. It's been an honor.
Yeah, thank you for doing this tournament with me, Lucas.
It's been fun.
Coach Kaywood, I know he's been listening. Thank him for helping us out. Jacob Sheets helped me out a lot during basketball season. Thank you guys. Thank everybody that listened in. And from all of us here at PHTV Sports, and hopefully we'll get this going on in the future. Thank you all, and make sure you support everything that happens further on into this experiment that we've started this year. Thank you all. I can't thank you enough, but thank you all for tuning in, and good night.